We in these streets.
Oh, man. I really don't even know what to say, how to say it, right? Y'all motherfuckers got to stop getting in y'all feelings. We're going to get into later. Why? Okay? But you niggas, you really need to stop.
I mean, look, first things first, man. We told you guys the last show, or at least the prediction video, right, for Taylor Serrano. We said the fight of the weekend was not Stevenson Valdez. We said the fight of the weekend is Serrano and Taylor. We said that. We made that clear at the very beginning of the show. Now in the aftermath, but what was the fight of the weekend?
Serrano and Katie Taylor.
Exactly, bro. That's one of the best fights this year.
Yeah. Anyone know what was the fight of the year? Because I stayed woke for that motherfucker.
Right. For Stevenson Valdez. Yeah. I started looking down, doing other shit, because we already predicted that was gonna happen, bro. Right? You can watch Paul Stevenson Valdez and come up with your goddamn analysis of what happened in the fight. Just only watching like 5 out of the 12 rounds. You already know. You got your analysis right there, because it happened over and over and over again.
Nigga, the post-fight interview told me what the fight would win.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the deal. Don't think that a woman's fight can't win fight of the year, bro. That's right. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, in my opinion, is a front runner for that award right now, bro.
Oh, a front runner. I agree with you. You know what else? Depending on if we get Terence Crawford and Earl Spence, hell, Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields might be runner-up.
Well, check this out. Even if we do get we are getting Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall, but even if we do get Spence Crawford, just because the fight on paper is goddamn, it's the greatest shit I've ever seen, doesn't mean the fight is going to live up to expectations. Remember Vasil Lomachenko, Guillermo Rigondeaux? That was, nigga, we thought that was going to be the greatest fight ever. 2 fucking multi-Olympic gold medal winners, right? Yep. Going head-to-head. That was the first time that's ever happened in boxing history. We thought that shit was going to be the greatest fight any niggas ever seen ever. Yep. Nope. It was the worst.
Yeah. So, hell, the only one worse than that was Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad. Remember, we thought that was I personally thought that was gonna be the shit, and I was right, because that's exactly what I took afterwards.
A lot of people thought Mayweather Corrales was gonna be the shit. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So just because the matchups look good on paper, don't mean they're gonna live up to expectation. So as it stands today, Taylor Serrano's a front runner for fight of the year, in my opinion, dog.
I agree, 100%, man. All right, let's get into the show. You niggas had 3 minutes to get your asses up in this motherfucker. Man, here, fuck it, rewind, nigga. Hit that button at the bottom, scroll back. That's all you niggas can do, right? All right, man. So, as always, go to 3kingsboxing.com for the latest. Damn, I forgot the intro. As always, go to 3Kings.
Man, somebody get this nigga some Ritalin, some ginseng, nigga, a goddamn old man's vitamin. Get this nigga something.
Hey yo, give me a big booty chick, but hold on, wait a minute, I might have a heart attack like old dude in that video. Remember?
Exactly, bro. You don't need that. This motherfucker's screen will go black if you do that shit. I'll be the only motherfucker on the show.
Hey, go to 3kingsboxing.com for the latest greatest what's going on in the sport of boxing. Shout out to everybody over there that help 3 Kings work. And as always, you guys know who my man is. Always here to help us. The creator, the runner, the owner of 3 Kings Boxing. My man Prodigy. What's going on, man?
Another day, another dollar, man. It's easy work, easy predictions, easy money. That's what it turns into, bro.
What's going to be funny is this. We always tell you guys, our analysis of a breakdown of a fight is always going to be on point. Now, who we pick.
Yeah, you can get predictions wrong. See, I don't give a shit about getting a prediction wrong. If I say, Bobo Jones is going to win the fight and the other nigga he fought beats him, I don't care about that. What I care about is what I said Bobo Jones needed to do to win the fight. Did he do that? You see what I'm saying? Did the other guy that I said, or female, did they win the fight? Or did they do what I said they needed to win the fight to win the fight? That's all I care about. The breakdown is way more important than the prediction.
100. So let's kick this off with Teofimo Lopez. Now he's having a hard time holding that. I get it. If you add, I take it back. I'm not gonna say he's having a hard time with it. If people ask him about it, he's being asked a question, he got answered. But what he is saying is, hey man, it was his ego is the reason why he lost the fight. Because leading up to the fight, he was having problems with the asthma. We know that, we heard it. He said his father was telling him you should go to the hospital. He was like, man, I don't want to postpone this fight. People are gonna say I'm ducking. They're gonna say I'm scared. So basically, what he's saying is, I allowed other outside influencing to cause me to do something I typically probably would not have done. Here's what I have a problem with what Teofimo Lopez said. And it could all be true. I don't know. I wasn't there. I wasn't at the hotel. I didn't see the nigga coughing, throwing up, spitting. I didn't see any of that. Right? Here's my problem. What I did watch was the fight. I watched the fight. And I know people that have asthma. People that have asthma would not be able to have gone 12 hours. I don't care what kind of fucking shape you tell me a nigga is in. People that have asthma will not have been able to go 12 rounds as hard as he went, as long as he went, without seeing him getting knocked down and knocked around in the later parts of the round. He should have slowed down in the later parts of the round. Well, he didn't. He picked up, hence why he knocked George Kambosos the fuck down.
Sure did. If they have asthma, you would have seen them using that pump in between rounds, bro. Yeah. I'm just saying, because I know cats that ran track. You know, my wife that had asthma, they had the pump. You know what I'm saying? They was out there pumping and shit like a pregnant lady. You know what I'm saying, dog? But in between races, them niggas out there pumping, bro. And that's what you would have seen.
You would have seen it. Yeah. At the very least, the nigga would have been in the corner. Yeah. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That's what a nigga with asthma would have been doing.
Yep.
Now, if you allow, let's just say for the sake of argument, you did have issues. Fuck what everybody's going to say. Because at the end of the day, if you lose the fight, see, people kill me talking about something. Well, I don't want nobody saying this and saying that. Well, what do you think the nigga's going to say when you lose and then act the way you act after you lost? What do you think niggas saying about that? See, listen, man, I get it, right? It's your first loss. It's tough to deal with. And you still feel some kind of way about people calling you unified and not that other word that I'm not going to say, because if I say it, people are going to say I'm calling you that. Right? Come on, man. You know how niggas cut tape. Come on, dog.
They sure do.
Bro said it. He said it.
Okay. At the end of the day, you have to take control of your shit.
Yes, sir.
You have to take control of what is yours and where you want to go. If you got a destination, you got to take control of that. So if you allow outside motherfuckers to get to you, or if you allowed your ego to get in the way, bruh, that's on you. Because at the end of the day, all of us sitting right here, we could either, like, I could tell my man right now, Prodigy, I say, hey man, I understand you and your neighbors having beef, man, and I know the nigga pushed you. And this is, of course, this is hypothetical because the nigga ain't pushing him, and I'm talking to him about it.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Why I gotta be a nigga getting pushed?
Right? No, it's a hypothetical, motherfuckers. I already know the nigga. Ain't no nigga pushing that big nigga ain't getting away with it. All right? Nigga barely bump into him wouldn't get away with it. I've seen that happen live, right? But that's like me telling him, hey man, y'all got beef. The nigga said something to you. But you know what, man? Fuck it. Just go over there and squash with that nigga. Now, if he takes my advice and the nigga call him a bitch ass nigga, then he took my advice. But that's on him. See what I'm saying? And that's no different if one of y'all give me some shit. Well, once I decide to do something, that's on me. Whether you told me, what did we say in the last show? We'll take shit under advisement. But at the end of the day, whatever you tell me, that's on me. So Teofimo Lopez, man, just say, hey, man, I lost. Plain and simple. Let it go.
I mean, so I actually agree with him, but I think he's missing some shit there. It was his ego, but he should have went into detail and said, it was my ego because I was already looking beyond George Kambosos.
That's what
right?
He should.
Because he was talking about Devin Haney and moving up to 140 to fight Josh Taylor, which he's still talking about to this day.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So he had all of that shit going on. and felt that George Kambosos was not a worthy opponent, right?
Yep.
Hell, he didn't even want to defend his title against George Kambosos. He talked about that shit too. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
sure
the
did.
lead up to the actual announcement of the fight, he wasn't even interested in that shit, bro. He's just doing it so he can keep his belt. So yeah, I actually agree. It was his ego that led to the fallout of a whole bunch of other aspects. Let me say a whole bunch of other aspects that led to the fallout of why he got beat the fuck up and lost, right? So he's on the right track of accepting his loss, but at the same time, you still see a little bit of reluctance to say that George Kambosos was the better man. He's not saying that. You see what I'm saying? He's not saying, yeah, George Kambosos was the better man, but the bigger thing was my ego. I fucked up real bad to lead up to this fight.
Yeah.
He didn't say that. He's just saying, oh, nigga, it was all me. He actually even said the other half of that quote was, nobody else beat me. It was all me. He said that.
Yeah.
See? So he's reluctant to say Kambosos was the better man. And he was, regardless of what it was. Regardless of you could have had way too much sex. You know what I'm saying? Doing exactly what Marvin Hagler tells niggas they shouldn't do. Leading up to fights. You can't have sex, bro. Shout out to my man Marvin Hagler. Rest in peace for that. You know what I'm saying? But he told niggas you can't do that. Right?
Yep.
And maybe that's what he did. Who knows? He could have done a whole bunch of shit. But at the end of the day, Kambosos was still the better man. And that man deserves his respect before you go saying it was your ego. That's the only problem I got with the statement, dog.
No, I'm going to tell you something else he said that kind of messed me up too. He said, and I quote, well, if you watch it, the ref raised my hand first. And he's, you know, he's like the ultimate judge. Well, hold on there, sir. The ref don't know what the goddamn scorecard is. It's being read live. So what the fuck is it?
Exactly, dog. Exactly.
When did the ref become the judge and tell y'all to break? Nigga, that's some new shit I've never seen in my life.
They're doing that shit. I don't know if they do it in the United States, but I know over there in the UK, they got the referee being the judge as well. You know, they got fights like that with some of them lower.
Nigga, for them fight shit don't count.
Yeah, them lower tier competition and shit, right. That's why they don't do it for them high level niggas, bro. Because they already know that's a flawed perspective. A fucking ref being a judge too, that's a flawed perspective. Nigga, that's like the court of law not having a jury. That's why they had a jury. They knew the judge was gonna have a bad perspective, nigga.
Hey, yo, if they could do that for real fights, that brother that jumped up and down when he knocked dude out, that ref would have, no, I take it back. You didn't win. This nigga.
Trying to tell you, man. Hell yeah.
Oh, shit, that shit crazy. No, I agree with you, though. Teofimo Lopez, in the end, if you want to say it was your ego, cool. But you should definitely say, man, props to George Kambosos. So that basically tells me he still don't believe that guy was the better man that night. And what's really messed up is not if, but when George Kambosos loses to Devin Haney, you know what Teofimo Lopez is going to say. See, I told y'all.
He's probably going to keep up with that whole situation where he said it was a setup. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We put that article out there. The nigga said it was a setup. His loss was a setup to allow Devin Haney become undisputed champion. He's probably going to continue with that fucking narrative, man. You know what I'm saying? On top of what you say. I told y'all Kambosos wasn't shit. It was all my ego. Fucking God, man.
Oh, man, these guys, man. What do we always tell y'all? If y'all don't give us nothing to talk about, we won't have nothing to say. And you know what, man? We're going to get 3 King Boxing t-shirt says, fighters need PR people. Beautiful quote by Ben.
It's coming out, nigga. That shit patented too, motherfucker, so you better not do it. I want my royalties. I want my motherfucking royalties if I see that shirt out there, bro.
Yo, not to get on topic with my man. My man always be fucking with me, like, man, you always using my shit, not crediting me.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know the kind of shit we be talking.
Trying to tell you, man.
All right, man. Oh, hey, you ever break up from a chick, and you was the greatest motherfucker in the world. You was the greatest lover she ever had the biggest dick in the world, all that, he was great. But then when you break up with it, well, he wasn't all that good.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that's happening to everybody.
Niggas happening to me now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Facts. I ain't gonna put my man business in the street, but facts. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm sorry. For real. So that's exactly what's going on with Bob Arum, right? Now, here's the thing. Bob Arum is not saying, after witnessing Earl Spence beat Ugas and the way that Earl Spence beat Ugas, Bob is saying that he doesn't believe Terence Crawford has the mental capability, mental stability to defeat Earl Spence on the level that he saw Earl Spence fight on. Now, that quote, I used to think that Terence Crawford was the better fighter, but I don't know where Crawford head is at. To fight that level that Spence showed, you have to have a clear head and make the right decisions. And I don't know if Crawford is capable of that anymore. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bob is bitter. It's a bitter divorce. And here's why Bob is freaking bitter. We have seen this before. Remember that time when he told everybody, hey, man, leave Manny Pacquiao alone. He's an old man. That's why he doesn't want to fight Crawford. He's scared to lose. He's an old man. Leave him alone. He never would have beat Crawford. Right? Remember when he said how Mikey Garcia was not a very good fighter? How he also said that Mikey sold his O to Earl Spence when he could have fought Lomachenko. Now, what he was right about was when he said that, if Mikey stays with Eddie keeps paying, he's going to squander his money. Okay, he was right about that. I got to give it to the nigga.
He'll say something right in between about 40 falsities, bro. He'll do that shit, bro.
He was right about that, right? Remember when he claimed when it got close to Crawford leaving, how he's losing money on Terence Crawford? Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that? So this is nothing new. This is what Bob, hell, he even said the same thing about Mayweather. Mayweather's scared of Pacquiao. That's why he doesn't want to fight right now. Right? So this is nothing new. This is what Bob does. When you leave Bob is going to act, not to say he's bitter, but he's not going to say nothing to give you no shine. And why should he? You're not with him anymore.
Exactly.
So if y'all are mad at what Bob is saying and saying Bob is throwing shade at Crawford, well, honestly speaking, the fact that you got to look at it from Bob's angle too, and I get it. This motherfucker got a lawsuit on me, right? After he chose to resign. He has a lawsuit on me talking about some racial divide, and I'm supposed to talk him up. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, do I believe he believed that Crawford has mental instability to be? No, I don't believe the nigga believe it.
Right.
That part, Bob's talking shit. But at the end of the day, Bob understands what is happening, what's going on. So why should he do anything to further promote Crawford versus Spence, man? What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I agree what you say about why should he promote Terence Crawford at this point? He's not getting no money off the shit no more, right? Probably never really was getting money. He said he was motherfucking had a loss with this nigga in the stable, bro. Right? Because he gave him them goddamn $3 million guarantee. He should have deleted or subtracted maybe $2 million and shit. Maybe he would have got a profit. But at the end of the day, bro, regardless of that, people still just want to hear an honest assessment. See, this is the shit that I say about following those cats that work for big entities, right?
Right.
You got those individual guys that are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever they're at, TikTok, wherever the fuck they're at, right? You've got these promoters that like to give their take on fights and fighters and shit. But I say none of them fucking matter because they have an agenda.
Yep.
This is the same thing. He has an agenda against Terence Crawford because Crawford is no longer with him.
Yep.
So you're not going to get an honest assessment.
Nope.
And that's the fucking problem in this sport, bro. You can never get an honest assessment whenever somebody, you know, it is a part of the sport in terms of being connected to a big entity that helps run the sport, whether they're connected to a promotional company that everybody knows, a network that everybody knows, a fighter that everybody fucking knows. Whether if that's the case, you're never going to get an honest assessment. No. And that's what people are mad about. Like, we already know you would be pissed off about Terence Crawford because this nigga put a case on you. We already fucking know this. We just want to know what you think, nigga. Damn. Don't put, you know what I'm saying, how you feel in front of the fact that we just want an honest assessment from Bob Arum about how he feels about a Terence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. And instead of giving us an honest assessment from one of the, you know, pioneers of this shit, right, when it comes to promotional companies, you give us a biased assessment because you're mad that this nigga left you, you won't get no money out of it. That's what people are mad at. And that's the part that I do understand when people do get mad at some shit like this, because they just want a fucking honest assessment, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's Bob Arum, and all these other promoters are going to follow suit. The only one that doesn't do that is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn will give you a fucking honest assessment.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, when fighters leave him, he will still give you a fucking honest assessment. That's one thing about Eddie Hearn. You know, you're not going to get that out of Oscar De La Hoya, right?
Hell no.
You're not going to get that out of niggas from PBC.
No.
You're not going to get it from any of their employed people like Tim Bradley or any of those guys. You're not going to get that. You know what I'm saying? Any of the PBC guys that are employed, you're not going to get it out of them. So that's what people are pissed off about, dog. I'm with my man Chris Boogie. I'm not mad that Arum said it because I really don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't care. I don't walk around looking for these niggas' assessments. I got my own. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like my assessment is better than anybody else's. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care what Arum has to say about the fight because I already know it's biased. I already know it's going to be biased. I already know it's going to be Stephen A. Smith-ish. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up too.
Already fuck. What's the nigga that's on Undisputed? Damn, Shannon Sharp. I already know it's gonna be Shannon Sharp-ish. You know what I'm saying? You can't say shit to Shannon Sharp about Michael Jordan. That nigga will immediately override you and say LeBron James is better. Like, nigga, I wasn't even talking about. I was just saying Michael Jordan's a good player. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say.
Nigga come out with the GOAT, hell hood, and all that.
Yeah. Shannon, I just wanted to iterate that Michael is a great player, one of the greatest of all time. That's it. I didn't want to say nothing about LeBron James. See what I'm saying? You already know this shit is gonna be like that, dog. So at the end of the day, bro, stop looking for these guys to give you an honest assessment because it contradicts their business perspective. It actually contradicts their business model. They can't do it because they feel like they'll lose money by doing so. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
That's why I'll be like, why these niggas watch the DAZN boxing show? It is a DAZN show, nigga.
God.
It's called the DAZN boxing show. That means it is going to be slanted, nigga.
Hugely slanted, nigga.
Yes. I don't understand this shit. And then it makes it worse. There's a bunch of niggas that don't know what the fuck they're talking about, man. That's what makes it even worse. We already told y'all that shit where they gave y'all the breakdown of Canelo's most difficult opponents. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that shit.
We talked about the shit.
I don't watch that shit.
So that's what I'm saying, dog. Y'all got to stop expecting these guys to give you an honest assessment. You got to watch guys like us if you want the honest assessment, man. But I'm not mad because I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Right. Listen, I'm not mad because that's typical Bob. It's typical Bob. Right? Like, show me where any example I gave you, show me where I'm wrong. It's typical Bob.
Yep.
He does two things. Either when you try to leave him, you're going to get a fucked up decision in a fight.
Yep.
I would have loved to have seen what the judge's scorecard would have been at the end of that show, Sean Porter and Crawford. If it would have went to the end, I would have loved to have seen.
Yeah, for real. feel that.
I damn near wanted to fight the end, go 12 rounds just to see how that shit was gonna go.
Right.
We know how Bob is. So he's either gonna slander your name on the way out the door, or the nigga's gonna give you a fucked up decision. That's Bob Arum's. Right, you know? So yeah, agree with you 100%, man. All right. We get into the nitty-gritty. In case you guys haven't been watching, again, go to Three Kings Boxing. So Earl Spence and Terence Crawford have been in a little bit of a back and forth. Now, I don't care about the back and forth, but what I do care about what was said at the end of it. It all started when Bo Mac said, "Oh, Crawford about to fuck this boy up for real," whatever, right? So Earl went, you know, I'm not gonna lie, it was funny, but it was like, come on, Earl. Earl went and dug up Bo Mac's boxing record and said, "This bum ass nigga." 7 wins and 20 losses.
I wish I would have put that shit on here, bro. That shit was, hey, dog. He didn't have to do that, man. Nigga, that's a flagrant foul, bro. nigga losing to niggas like he losing to niggas like Chauncey Welliver and shit. Nigga, that's not right.
2K said a flagrant foul. Nigga, that's 2 shots and the ball.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, man. That's sad, man.
Oh, man. So he put it up. And then Crawford put up his record and said, "Yeah, but this the nigga that's going to whip your ass." And Earl was like, "You know, yeah, you're right. That 33-1 show looked nice." And then Crawford, you know, they got to talk. But in the end, it was Earl that said, "You know what, you're right, man. I ain't going to write nothing else until everything is a go." That's what I like hearing.
Yeah.
That's what I like hearing. This tells me that number one top priority by PBC has to be making Spence and Crawford. It has to be. That needs to be you guys' number one priority. Right? Is a 2-fight deal for Terence Crawford, $30 million, which is you fight once, then there's a rematch with an option of a third fight if you guys get a split. That's what PBC need to do. My last show, and I wish I'd have cut it, I said that they may have him fight. They may try to build his stock, build him up a little bit, have him fight at Danny Garcia, keep there. No. And props to my man Pride. He said, no. Niggas, we don't need to do that.
Right.
You're like, no, we don't need to do that.
No, man. We don't need to do that shit, bro.
That was so funny. You was like, no. We don't need to do that. And the fact that that's what Earl wants, and that's what Crawford wants, you really need to make this fight, because we're at that point where both of these guys are actually engaging in each other, talking about fighting each other. We've never seen that before. So no, PBC, top priority, make Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence for fucking Undisputed. Put that motherfucker in Vegas. I don't give a damn. Hell, put it in Texas with all them people there, so I can go again, see them fine ass Mexican motherfuckers with. I'm sorry.
Look here, and then nigga, look, ain't just Mexicans out here, shit, nigga. But look here, put that motherfucker in Macau, China. It don't matter. Yeah. That shit's gonna sell, bro. That's a fight everybody's been waiting for. You know what I'm saying? But who's to say it's not top priority? Here, all right, here's a little 2K speculation, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they are making it top priority. They're trying to get the money right. Listen, Terence Crawford ain't asking. He's not going to accept pennies, no matter who doesn't want the nigga. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that he should. I'm not saying that he should accept pennies. But understand, Terence Crawford sees himself as the best fighter in the world. He also does not buy into the narrative that he should take less money than Errol Spence. He doesn't buy into that narrative. He's already told you guys this time after time, just like that goddamn song from the 80s, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's told you guys that shit. So at the end of the day, bro, they're probably trying to get the fucking money right. They're probably trying to figure out, why is it that, Errol Spence gets all this money, regardless of him being unified champion, and I don't get anything. Remember, I was undisputed, right? I'm a 3-division champion, right? And I still hold a belt today. So it's not going to be easy for Terence Crawford and Errol Spence to get a fight made, even though Terence Crawford looks to join PBC. That shit's not easy. You see what I'm saying? So I can guarantee you right now, and of course this is just speculation. I don't know if I'm correct, right? But I can guarantee you that PBC and Terence Crawford are currently negotiating to try to get the fucking money right. That's probably why we haven't heard anything. They're just going back and forth on the internet. That's why that's the top story of, you know, if you were to hashtag Spence Crawford, that's why that's the top story. Them two niggas going back and forth and Errol Spence pulling Bomax record and shit like that because they're trying to get the money right. All right. I don't expect that to be an easy thing to do. At the end of the day, though, there is no other fight that the fans are looking at coming from PBC more than Crawford Spence. That is the number one fucking fight that fans want, and it's the number one fight that they're looking for at this particular time. You can give us other fights, that's fine. Hell, you can give us Undisputed, you know, let's say they, you know, MJ wins his next fight and he wants to fight Stephen Fulton. And there's a fucking unification there, right?
Mm-hmm.
While we'll like that, the fans are still looking at when is Crawford Spence going to get made. So there's no other fight in boxing that people are looking for outside of Spence Crawford coming from PBC. So it's definitely a top priority, but they got to get the money right.
I think the money's going to be right. I think at this point, Crawford, if he doesn't understand now, I don't know how to get him to understand, right? I think at this point, Crawford understands, listen, if I go over to PBC, I'm definitely going to get way more than I would have got at Top Rank. Because the one thing about PBC is you don't necessarily pay a promoter, right? You don't necessarily pay like the high fees and stuff that you would pay a promoter. You kind of getting your own money on the back end. That's one thing. Number two, they can promote this bigger and better. Think about this for 1 second. We just saw Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano blasted all over the freaking place. Unless you follow boxing, you had no idea Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson was fighting this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Top Rank that did that, right? And that's been Crawford thing. So I think at this point, Crawford realizes, understands that I may not get 50-50, but with the amount of money they're going to give me, I think 40, 60, 40, 65 or 55, 45 is good.
I mean, Chris Boogie said it really shouldn't be different than 60-40 Spence or 50-50. But see, Terence Crawford doesn't think it should be 60-40 at all. Terence Crawford is out here in these streets. Man, this fight is 50-50 when it absolutely is not. See? So that is the hiccup that PBC is going to have to get over. PBC might have to come out of their pocket with more money than they want because of what Terence Crawford believes. You see what I'm saying? Remember, PBC, along with Eddie Hearn, all said, hey, we ain't got no money for this nigga. When he left Top Rank, they all of them said, hey, we don't got no money for this motherfucker, man.
I wrote the article on Eddie Hearn. He said, he said, I'm not even going to make an attempt to be it.
They've all said this shit, bro. Which means, what that means, and this isn't an opinion, this is facts. What that fucking means is that Terence Crawford does not bring in money to turn the promotional company a revenue. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they're saying. We don't have money for this nigga. We can't get revenue out of him, bro. Top Rank couldn't do it. We're more than likely not going to be able to do it. So that's going to be the trouble, is trying to get him to understand, hey, dog, you got to be the B-side, nigga. You have to be. Or maybe PBC might have to come out of their pocket more than they want, bro. It's going to be one of those two.
No, they're not going to do that because they told Canelo to kick rocks. When he was talking that, I still want my $40 million if I fight a replacement fight. All right, nigga, kick rocks.
I think that's a different scenario. This motherfucker was talking about if Caleb Plant gets injured, I still want my same amount of money.
Right.
I agree with that, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. This is different. Like, this is like, you know what I'm saying? This is like fronting a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shit up front to get more money in the back. That's what they would do. They would be fronting this nigga. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're gonna give you your dough now because we know we're gonna get dough in the future when this fight gets made.
That actually makes sense. And if that's something that's on the table, I would take that. I would take that because you would actually get more dough on the back end. Understand something, man. Terence Crawford, Errol Spence get made. Motherfuckers is buying it.
Well, hold on. It's not even about Terence Crawford taking that deal. That's not a Terence Crawford deal. That is a PBC deal. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
PBC would give up more money than they want, right, on the front end to Terence Crawford because they know that a Crawford Spence pay-per-view will turn a revenue. See, that's a beautiful deal for Crawford. That's like him getting 50-50.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? He would definitely take that, but it would be the burden would be on PBC jumping out there like that with all the money that they would give him. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, they'd have to be like, all right, man, here's a little something under the table.
It wouldn't even need to be under the table. It should be on top of the table. It would be on top of the table. The nigga would see what he's getting.
Right.
But PBC would, like the executives at PBC would be talking and be like, all right, man, we're going to do this shit. Hopefully this pay-per-view turns. You know, we can give Terence Crawford, right, a guarantee of $5 million, which is more than his $3 million he got at Top Rank. Give him a guarantee of $5 million because we know when the cloud clears and we give him a part of the pay-per-view shares and we give Errol Spence his guarantee and a part of his pay-per-view shares, we're gonna make $100 million. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
But it would be off of speculation for them. They would have to crunch numbers and speculate that that's what they would make.
Yeah.
Jumping forward.
Well, you know, typically in a big fight like this is kind of what they do. Right? This actually in a big fight like this is kind of what they do. Think about, I'm not saying think about Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao. That's they did exactly that.
But
they
that was a guarantee, though. This ain't no guarantee.
That's true.
See,
that's true.
Mayweather Pacquiao was guaranteed to make money. This is not. I believe it is. Trust me. I also believed Sean Porter, Terence Crawford was a guarantee. Guess what happened? I thought
you got me there, bro.
I thought nigga, let me tell you something. Even though I didn't like these fights, I thought Crawford Khan and Crawford Brook were guarantees as well because of their names.
That's true.
Surely wasn't a guarantee with those two. No. I also thought Crawford Postal was a guarantee.
I thought that one was a guarantee.
And that absolutely wasn't. All of the fucking pay-per-views Crawford's been in, I thought they were guarantees, bro. And I was wrong 4 fucking times. Or 3 times. I don't even remember what pay-per-views he won. But I was wrong. You see what I'm saying? So, but in this case, I do think it's a guarantee. But given Crawford's track record, you don't really know. And that's what PBC will have to deal with. Especially with the kind of money Crawford's asking for.
So let me ask you this question. Do you believe that the responsibility of bringing the people to the fight is falling on the shoulders of Errol Spence?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, because he's the one selling the more pay-per-views between the two. No, it's you know, people always say it takes 2 to tango. You're right, but during that tango, there's also a fucking lead. You see what I'm saying?
I've never heard that before, and I'm stealing it, nigga. I'm stealing that.
Yeah.
I'm stealing that.
You got 2 people dancing, nigga. Both ain't leading, motherfucker. One person's leading, the other one's following. You know what I'm saying? In this case, Crawford's following, nigga. He's the woman. Spence is the man. Crawford is the woman. In this tango.
Oh, I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. It takes 2 to tango, but only one nigga can lead. I'm stealing that, nigga. I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that, dog. I'm telling you that right now. And I pray to God I remember to give you credit for it.
I hope so, motherfucker. I got a lot of shit out there in these streets. I'll be like, nigga, I said that shit like 2 years ago, man.
Hey, yo, you was doing the whole beta male shit. Now everybody's saying.
Oh, man, they killing it, nigga. No credit to 2K. Don't make no fucking sense, man. I didn't hear that term being used in any boxing circles ever. Now it's all over the place, bro.
No beta males on. That shit's all out there now. Like, all right, man.
Shout out to my man GM Strong put $5 on. He said sometimes the great acquiesced to make the biggest fights. Floyd did it for Oscar and Canelo for Cotto, I think. Well, yes, because Cotto got paid more than Canelo, knowing that Canelo was going to win that fight. So yeah, I think Canelo only made like $5 million.
You sure did.
Cotto made like 15 or something like that.
Sure did.
He did. He did acquiesce to make that fight. You're absolutely right, Jim Strong.
Even decided to not pay the motherfucking sanctioning fees because he said, "Damn, I gave Golovkin $800,000 for step aside, and you niggas want another $1 million."
Yeah, and that's what this shit is all about, and it has always been about this, bro.
Right.
You know, but
Right.
but the problem is, Terence Crawford thinks he's bigger than what his financial record states. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say financial record, I'm talking about the revenue that he's brought in for his team. He thinks he's bigger than that. He's just not. So we'll see, man. But this is a top priority. They just gotta get the money right.
Understand 100%. PBC, get it right. And if y'all need some help reaching to them, hey, tell Al Heyman, take that brick off the motherfucking toilet, let the money float up to the top. He an old nigga. Old niggas do that, right? He old nigga. Old niggas do that, right?
Yep.
Nigga, I'll show y'all my bathroom right now, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Let that motherfucker float to the top. Like Prodigy be telling me, nigga, stop being so cheap, nigga. Nigga.
Word up.
And make it happen, all right? And shit. All right, man. Woo, we getting close. The number one topic I just can't wait to get to. But until we get to it, so you all know that there was another fight for Undisputed on their card. It was Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Damn. Franchon Crews-Dezurn.
Both of them her fucking last name, nigga.
Right.
Dezurn, Crews-Dezurn. Nigga, tomato, motherfucker.
The bald head motherfucker in the fight. Right?
Yeah, the half bald headed nigga.
She took on Ellen Sederus. Right now, here's the thing: that fight was for Undisputed at super middleweight. Now, if you guys paid attention to when we talked, just Friday, niggas, not too long ago, niggas paid attention.
Thursday or Friday, one of them days.
Right, we were saying how once you get above 147 pounds, shit starts to get a little light. Right.
Yep.
Well, even though she fought for Undisputed, it's a very good accolade. Is the fact that they fought for one Undisputed, was that a little watered down? Well, before you guys answer that, because over here we're fair, right? If your rise to Undisputed, aka Clarissa Shield, is a little weak, we're gonna tell you. We're gonna let you know it. Might not like it, but we'll let you know it.
We'll let you know.
Here's the thing: was a little watered down. Now, before I give y'all my answer, let me give y'all this breakdown. Franchon Dezurn Crews, after losing to Clarissa Shields, only 3-4 fights after that, fought for the vacant WBC super middleweight title. Who she fought was Maricela Cornejo. Right? She beats Maricela Cornejo for the vacant WBC title. She has one fight. She fights for the WBO vacant title. Who did she fight? Maricela Cornejo. Now, here's the problem with that. Maricela Cornejo, after losing to Franchon Dezurn Crews, she had one fight. She fought some chick by the name of Erwin Tuffhill.
Who? Nigga, Erwin?
Erwin Tuffhill.
A girl named Erwin, nigga?
Yes. I had to look this up, nigga.
They didn't give a fuck when they birthed her, nigga. They said, let's just look at the dad was like, nigga, I want a boy. Fuck this shit. Nigga, the pops was determined to have a boy. Named the little girl Erwin. God damn.
Well, when you see the motherfucker, you'll understand why.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Okay. I had to look myself. Wait a minute, is this another Alejandro situation?
Right.
Nigga, Alejandro situation, nigga. What the hell?
Holy shit. That's fucked up.
So she fights her, but here's the problem. Tuffhill was coming off of being a loss. Not just any loss, she had been knocked the fuck out when she fought Maricela Cornejo. And then after beating her, she fights for the vacant WBO title against Franchon Crews-Dezurn. Wait, there's more. Sederus, she fought for a vacant title. She actually winds up beating who?
Alicia Napoleon.
Who was the only one that was an actual champion. But Alicia Napoleon fought for a vacant fucking title. Right? Now, y'all gonna say, oh, bro, this is impossible. No, because if you remember, who was running the super middleweight division before all this happened? Well, it was Clarissa Shields. She had 3 of the fucking belts.
Didn't become undisputed. Let's make that clear.
Undisputed, but
Unified.
She had 3. There you go. She had 3 of the fucking belts.
It did.
So, was this watered down? Yes, motherfucker. It was below watered down. This was like the water with the sugar in it, and you twist it.
Real, dog.
Oh, the sweetener in that mother. No, that's not ready.
Nigga, this undisputed run was like when the bartender gave you more ice than alcohol, bro. That's what this shit was. You looking at that glass, I mean, what the fuck is this?
Hey, nigga, the hell?
Exactly, bro. Hey, listen, man. We understand that the talent pool up there is very, very light. And that's why we're giving her credit for being she's the 5th woman to become undisputed in boxing history, right? Mm-hmm. The dumb niggas that don't know, Cecilia Braggs is number 1. I think it was Clarissa got it before Katie Taylor. Then it was Katie Taylor. Then it was Jessica McCaskill because she beat Cecilia, right? And then number 5 comes in at fucking Franchon Dezurn, right? Franchon Dezurn. So she's the 5th woman. You can't take that away from her. That's going down in boxing history. However, you got to look at how terrible the talent pool is at 168. I mean, think about it, guys. Clarissa Shields, when she was there, right? She fought Franchon Crews, and there it was both. I think it was both. It was Dezurn's debut. Was that? Yep. I know it's Clarissa's debut. I think it was Dezurn's debut as well, right? Yep. They fought each other. Then 3 fights later, Clarissa Shields is fighting for 2 titles in just her 4th professional fight, bro. She's fighting for the vacant IBF and the WBC. You see what I'm saying? So that's how bad the talent pool is. And it's not even about how bad the talent pool is, more so than it is about there's just no chicks that fight in this weight division. There's like 20 of these motherfuckers in there, man. And like 12 of them motherfuckers suck. Shit, 15. 15 of them motherfuckers suck. So at the end of the day, bruh, while she goes down, Chris Boogie, no sir, boxing history. It ain't just female boxing history. This is undisputed. She goes down in boxing history, unfortunately. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And I say unfortunately, not because it's her, it's because this is a watered down run. It is.
Yeah, it is.
So, Ellen said, another thing I want to say, let me tell you how bad this is. Both of these motherfuckers were allowed, right? Her and Ellen Sederus were allowed to be on, well, Ellen was on a 2-year layoff. She was on a whole fucking 1-year layoff. Almost 1.5 years. They were allowed to be on a long-ass layoff and still hold their titles. Right? The WBO and the IBF are the 2 that will come out first and be like, hey, you need to fight somebody now, nigga. Or we, you know what I'm saying? We're either going to strip you or whatever. Those are the 2 to come out first. Then the WBA would come out and say, hey, do we need to make you champion in recess? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then the WBC is last. They're the lenient. They're the ones that would be like, hey, we can make you emeritus champion, whatever. But you got to do something, motherfucker. Nobody said nothing.
No.
Nobody.
Well, yeah.
Nigga, I think motherfucking the WBO got like a what is it, like a 90-day process or some shit where they got to name who they gonna fight next, something like that. It's one of them that got that, WBO or the IBF. Nobody said nothing. Right? They allowed them to keep these fucking titles and reschedule Undisputed like it's a regular boxing match, bro. Mm-hmm. These niggas rescheduled Undisputed like 4 times. Jermell and Castellano have they've rescheduled it twice or once, excuse me.
Right.
Right? And that's because it's a big fight, needs to go on the docket immediately. These niggas rescheduled like 4 times. Hell, one of the times it rescheduled was because it was supposed to be on the undercard of Teofimo Lopez Kambosos on Triller, and Triller lost the goddamn bid, right? And it went over to DAZN. And DAZN didn't pick it back up.
No, they did not.
They were supposed to fight on Triller on the undercard of Lopez Kambosos. Triller lost the bid. It went to DAZN, and DAZN was like, what undercard?
That's not what we bid it on. We bid it on this one.
What you talking about, nigga? We ain't give a fuck about no DAZN.
You mean?
Yeah. Nigga, shit, nigga. We didn't ask for that shit. Get that shit out of here. Franchon Crews mad as fuck on Twitter. She was releasing tweet after tweet about how she'd been disrespected. Now this is an undisputed bout.
She was going off.
She was going off.
She was going off.
That tells you how watered down this fucking fight was, y'all. They surely did not treat Taylor Serrano like that. Hell, they're not even treating motherfucking Callie Reese and your girl Shanton Cameron like that.
No, they pretty much looked at this fight and they was like, we need an undercard for Serrano Taylor. Oh, well, fuck it. Oh, they said, oh, well, fuck it.
Nigga, that shit wasn't even a co-main, nigga. No. That shit was like the third fight down. Nigga, Liam Smith, Jesse Vargas beat it out. Huh? What, nigga?
Hey, man.
Hey, I'm not trying to clown the women, dog. Because like I said, fight of the year, in my opinion, so far, is Taylor Serrano. That's fight of the year in 2022 so far, bro. So far. All right. But I'm just saying, this is what I'm talking about watered down undisputed runs, man. Both these chicks had 9 fights, Bo, and they're in a fight for undisputed. Both of them in their 9th bout, nigga. 9th. With vacant titles at them. Hell, nigga, Franchon Crews-Dezurn shouldn't even be champ right now. She lost to Alex.
Oh, 2K, hold on. Wait a minute, dog. The nigga's name is Alejandro. Now, I'm not going to let you do that, man.
She lost to Alex Jimenez. Hell, nigga, y'all seen all these goddamn reports of men fucking doing women's sports? You got the men's swimmer and shit over there going from 400th place in the men's circuit to first place in the women's circuit, breaking records. Hell, now you got an old Navy veteran that joined a goddamn college out there in Santa Clara, California. That nigga on the team.
Yeah,
6 years old, nigga turned himself into a woman. Now he's debuting in his college basketball career out there in California.
I remember that.
Why couldn't Alex get a belt then? Not saying I condone it, because I absolutely do not. I'm just saying there's some double standards here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if I'm Alex, nigga, I go out there like, hold on. I know I'm a whole nigga out here in these streets, but I should be able to get the same treatment as that old Navy veteran that motherfucking swimming. I want my belts back, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
my
fucked up.
man Adam said, y'all wrong, but facts. Exactly, bro. Real shit, nigga. We only gonna say real shit on this show, bro. And that's what it is. Franchon lost to that whole Mexican nigga. You know what I'm saying? It should have been Alex Jimenez versus Ellen Setarus for undisputed, bro.
Oh, man. Oh.
I'm just saying, dog. So this shit was watered down like a motherfucker, nigga. Like 100. This shit soda if you leave the motherfucker out too long with the cap off, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't got no more carbonation to it, bro.
You drink that motherfucker like drinking water.
Exactly, bro. What do you do when you drink an uncarbonated soda? Nigga, you spit that motherfucker out and throw it away. That's what you do. That's what this undisputed run was. No disrespect to Franchon Crews-Dezurn Crews, however you want to say it. No disrespect to her. But at the end of the day, the fact that 168 got 16 fighters in it, 12 of them motherfuckers suck, and y'all fighting for vacant titles to get to the point where it's undisputed. I'm just saying, baby girl, that shit watered down.
Yeah.
Is what it is, bro.
Oh, what's even more watered down about it is watch how long before she actually fights somebody to defend that undisputedness.
Right. Gonna take forever. And she's looking for an opponent. Nigga, they couldn't even get tune-ups when they was fucking canceling Undisputed. They couldn't get tune-ups. They couldn't even get fucking tune-ups, nigga, to stay busy. Wasn't nobody to fight.
They couldn't.
She gonna have to bring a motherfucker up in weight, bro. That's what she gonna have to do. They even asked Clarissa, would you entertain going? Even Clarissa's like, nah, man, I ain't trying to do
Been there, done that.
Nah. Even Clarissa realized that shit ain't worth it. And fucking Franchon Crews fights the same goddamn way. That's another thing. This motherfucker has not gotten better since losing to Clarissa and ends up an undisputed champion. How the fuck does that work? Nigga fights exactly the same. If you don't believe me, go watch it on fucking YouTube. Franchon Crews-Dezurn versus Clarissa Shields, both of them in their debut. And then compare that to the fight against Ellen Sederu. Same motherfucker. One is in a debut, the other one's undisputed. This is ridiculous, nigga. Hell yeah, that shit watered down. However, at the end of the day, gotta give her credit.
Gotta give her credit, but two things to your point. To show you about when we talking about having a fight in between the fights, Kelly Reese is not fighting for whatever reason. Chantel Cameron has a new opponent.
Oh man. She's trying to hold on to that WBA belt a little bit longer.
Right. Chantel Cameron is fighting some chick named Baus Titi. I can't, don't give me to pronounce the name wrong. Yeah. But Chantel Cameron has a fight coming up.
Yeah.
So she's not waiting on Kelly Reese to come back. She's like, all right, we're fucking over the fight.
Exactly.
And they found a motherfucker in her division for her to fight.
She's fighting, right. Look, man. Look, listen, man. I'm not one to tell a motherfucker what they should do with their personal, what they self, right? Personal things, but some of these chicks, dog, you gotta stop eating motherfucking cupcakes and pizza and shit and get your ass down there to 147. I'm just saying, bro. If you want a real challenge and want real respect for the things that you're doing in boxing, women's boxing, you gotta get your ass down to 154 or less. Because that's where the competition is, bro.
Where the competition is, but you know,
or less.
But you know, according to Franchon Crews, you know, she after that fight, she got to go wash her ass.
Oh man,
she said that after the fight. I know I'm not the only one that heard her say that, dog.
Listen, man, when Alex Jimenez knocked that goddamn wig off the top of her fucking dome, and that shit sitting in the middle of the ring, and they actually put the shit back on her fucking head in between rounds, nigga. That set niggas back about 5 years. She set niggas back another 5 years. What you gonna do after this? You're undisputed champion. Well, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go wash my ass. What? What? Oh.
I'm gonna tell you why I hate that statement, and here's why I hate that statement. Certain things you say you can't help but to visualize. And I actually visualized this ugly motherfucker.
That is one ugly motherfucker, bro.
Fuck me up for the night. For the night. Just when she said it, that thought it fuck me up for the night, man.
Man, nigga, I understand, bro. Like, man, we talk about Jamie Mitchell. She ain't say no shit like that, dog. Yeah. And Franchon Crews-Dezurn look like a nigga that'll change your motherfucking oil for you, nigga.
That's
you know what I'm saying? She look like she'll slide right up under your whip, nigga, while it's still running. That motherfucker's still running, nigga. She changed your oil, nigga, right then and there, bro. Nigga, no bedpan nut, nigga, no tools and shit. That motherfucker go right up under your shit, twist the motherfucking bolt off with her fingers, nigga, and change your oil while the engine's still running. That's what she look like.
Hey, yo, she said she be at the motherfucking the Indy 500.
Oh shit!
Hey man, let's move on, dog.
Shout out to Franchon Crews. It's all entertainment. This is comedy as well as education, y'all. Don't get upset. Gotta make y'all laugh, man. Shout out to Franchon Crews, bro.
Shout out to Franchon Crews, 5th undisputed women's champion. All right. Okay. Shakur Stevenson now. We told y'all. We told y'all. Right? Now, in case you niggas forgot what we told y'all, we made it very, very clear about the fight and how the fight was gonna go. You know what? Fuck it. Listen, he's gonna come with a good game plan because he has Eddie Reynoso. Valdez is gonna try to implement his will. Valdez, you're the bigger man, so he's gonna try to implement his will. The problem is though, I just don't think ring IQ. There's nothing I look at Valdez has over Shakur with the exception of power. And again, question mark because of the PEDs, but with the question of power that he has. But that's not enough to beat Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson's ring IQ is very good. Shakur Stevenson's footwork is very good. His countering ability. He sees the shots before you throw them. This motherfucker's defense is fucking superb, right? Okay, his hand speed also. Shakur Stevenson's hand speed when he lets his hands go is a motherfucker. That's why his counters hurt you the most because it's the punch you don't see coming. It's with speed and accuracy. He is a pinpoint punching artist. He doesn't waste a lot of energy. He knows where he wants to punch at. So it's going to be hard, in my honest opinion. I don't see anything where Valdez wins. I got Shakur Stevenson winning this fight 10 rounds to 2.
Listen, man. Shakur Stevenson is a master already at 24 years old at judging distance. He's a master at that, right? What do you do? What is the best way to control a fighter whose main concern in a fight is to be aggressive? How do you control that fighter? Judging distance. Behind what? The jab. Shakur is a master at doing it. Shakur can do that to a motherfucker that's not being aggressive. Right?
Yeah.
The footwork, the sidestepping, the half steps, the angles. He's great at that, bro. Oscar Valdez is good at that, but he's not great. But let me tell you something. He's going to confuse Valdez so much by catching him while he's coming in that he's going to get opportunities to plant his feet. At mid-range distance now, he's going to plant his feet and he's going to let his hands go several times on Oscar Valdez. And that's because Valdez is going to be confused because he's going to be getting hit with the jab countlessly and he's going to be trying to figure out how the fuck do I get around this shit. And in those moments, that's when Stevenson plants his feet and lets his hands go. You're going to see that too. So I got Stevenson. You said what? 116, 112, nigga? 119, 119, 109, bro. 119, 109. 119, 109, 118, 110. I mean, let me say something. I don't even want to gloat on that, nigga. Like, you had your guys come in here. Oscar Valdez has power. You can't forget the power. You know how they are, nigga. Like, power supersedes ring IQ. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, and the problem is people don't know how to judge ring IQ. That's the fucking problem. So when they're saying power, 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 they have no idea what ring IQ is and how a motherfucker actually can overthrow even being hit, let alone the power. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what fucking Shakur Stevenson has the ability to do. Hey, Shakur Stevenson is one of the best fighters in the sport already, nigga. I got him on. I did what I said I was going to do. Go to 3kingsboxing.com, scroll all the way down. You get to the homepage, you'll see Shakur Stevenson is number 10 on the top 10, 3 Kings top 10 list. He's number 10. Hiroto Kawaguchi and fell off. He's there. So the only reason why I didn't put him over fucking Tyson Fury is because of Tyson Fury's history. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
Shakur Stevenson needs a big win like what Tyson had. Well, not necessarily as big, but another win equal to to Oscar Valdez, right? Around in that realm to get further up the list. But Tyson Fury stays ahead of him because of his history. But I don't even want to gloat on. This is easy. This is an easy fucking prediction. Just like Tyson Fury, Dillian White was an easy prediction. The problem is people just don't know what they're seeing, bro. They don't know what they're seeing when they watch a fight. And they get too caught up in this power. And then on top of that, they get caught up in hoping that something happens that doesn't. And they hope so bad that it literally clouds their fucking judgment. But this was an easy one, man.
Here's the thing. I'm read y'all the scorecards. 117, 110, 118, 109, 180, 109. That shit was dead on. Because if you add in the knockdown's what made it 118, 109. Otherwise, it would have been 118, 110.
Yep.
Shit was dead on. What did Shakur Stevenson do? He kept Oscar Valdez at a distance. So much so that Valdez tried to grab the glove.
Yeah, tried to break nigga arm and shit or his hand or something. Yeah. I was like, what the hell is he doing? Yeah,
even Shakur was like, yo, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
in the middle of the fight, Shakur's like, what the fuck is that? Right?
Right, the Texan, but Shakur's chin. Exactly. They were saying that. We don't know if he can take a hit. All right, man.
Listen, man. Shakur Stevenson did exactly everything that we said. Did exactly everything that Prodigy said. What did he do against an aggressive fight? Kept that nigga at a distance with that jab. Then every time he came in, he took that left hand. Take this to the body. Take this hook. Hit left hand again.
Beautiful.
Easy. Valdez had no answer. Shakur kept his foot outside of Valdez to trap him, to keep Valdez what? Right there where the left hand is.
Mm-hmm.
He gauged distance, just like my man said he did. We told y'all that Shakur Stevenson already is displaying A-level talent. Well, that's what you guys saw. That was master class at his best boxing. That's exactly what you guys saw. I told y'all mentioned his chin. I said, man, Shakur has already displayed to have that mentality. You ain't just gonna hit me and knock me the fuck out, nigga. That ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
Did Valdez clip him? Yeah.
Oh, he hit him several times.
Yes. Sure did. Straight, he hit him like he threw 3 straight right hands, and I think the third or second one landed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But at the end of the day, Shakur did everything we told y'all he would do. He gave that motherfucker angles. He spent that motherfucker around. He even shoulder rolled this motherfucker. He switched it both ways for this nigga. I'll do it this way. I'll do it that way. Which way you want?
Man, let me tell you something, bro. I was even playing with Valdez, nigga. When I was scoring the fight on my goddamn scorecard, I forgot to give Shakur Stevenson that 10-8 round. And knew I forgot before I screenshot it and put it on Facebook, but I said, fuck it, who cares? You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter.
It don't even fucking matter. Who fucking cares? I had this shit 10-1, nigga. 10 rounds to 1. I'm sorry, 11 rounds to 1. I had 11 rounds to 1. And then I think I forgot what round it was, but that 10-8 round, I scored it 10-9 by accident. And saw that I scored it 10-9 and said, fuck it, whatever, it doesn't matter. The point is, nigga, Oscar Valdez won 1 goddamn round. Doesn't matter what his score is. He fucking got washed.
Yeah, he did. And this is the very reason why Valdez initially wanted Jamel Herring, or Top Rank was pushing him towards Emmanuel Navarrete. This is why. This is exactly freaking why.
Yep.
Think about this for a second. Now, here's what I want y'all to understand. Do I think Valdez is washed up because he lost? No, he lost to the best fighter in the world.
A good fighter.
Yeah, very good fighter. He just lost to the best fighter in the world. But here's the problem that you're gonna have is after being beat like that, like being knocked out will do something to you, but being completely out fucking class will do something even more to you, man. It will.
Here's a narrative, and you're right. And let me. I want to say this because it's already doing something to him. This motherfucker has already insinuated that Shakur Stevenson came into the bout way bigger than him. And he's over there talking about, man, I hit this nigga with everything I could, and it seemed like it didn't do nothing to him. So he's insinuating that Shakur Stevenson came in. He's got his fans doing it too, that Shakur Stevenson actually came into the bout as a junior middleweight. Now, that may be true, or it may not be true. The point is, who fucking cares?
Exactly.
You couldn't beat him. Even if you hit the motherfucker, your game plan was not the right one to beat a Shakur Stevenson. Man, fuck your game plan. You're just not that skilled of a fighter. He's a good fighter. I'm not saying he sucks. What I'm saying is the skill that Oscar Valdez has is not good enough to beat Shakur Stevenson. It's good enough to beat Miguel Berchelt. Hell, I would have given him the nod if he fought Jamel Herring, right? It's good enough to beat Kenichi Ogawa, the IBF champion over there. It's not good enough to beat Shakur Stevenson. See? So it doesn't matter if the nigga was 105 pounds, nigga lost weight going into the fight, or gained 200 pounds. Your game plan and your skills are not good enough to beat the guy. See? And what I don't hear is motherfuckers talking about this nigga's got excuses. His fans got excuses. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, you're not going to see it.
I've seen the fans bullshitting. I've seen his statement, but I haven't seen anybody talk about his excuses. I haven't seen anybody talk about the fans and their fucking excuses. So it doesn't matter. Again, I'll reiterate. It doesn't matter how big Shakur Stevenson was. Oscar Valdez does not have the skill level to beat Shakur Stevenson, bro. Plain and simple.
Fighters need to learn how to take the L. Plain and simple. Because you want to tell me, and I was going to get this, I'm glad you brought it up. You want to tell me how you think he came in bigger than you. Well, here's my problem with that statement. Here's the problem with that statement. Then why didn't you prepare for that then? Why didn't you prepare for that? Put something in the contract, next day weigh-in. Why didn't you prepare for that?
Right.
Why didn't you prepare for this nigga possibly coming in bigger? Because you're not going to convince me and tell me, oh, it wasn't to the fight I realized how big he was. No. Right? Bottom line is, how do we know you didn't come in bigger when you faced Miguel Berchelt? We don't know you did or didn't. We have no clue. Hell, we don't know if you came in bigger than Shakur Stevenson just because he was taller. That means jack shit to me. At the end of the day, it's about one thing and one thing only. You have to prepare. The one thing I will give Floyd Mayweather, the one thing I will give Andre Ward, they prepare for they prepare for scenarios you don't even think gonna happen.
You really think Diego Corrales wasn't 20 pounds bigger than Floyd Mayweather? They actually showed it. He was. Diego Corrales was much bigger than Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
He didn't. I mean, he didn't need to because he completely pummeled this nigga. This is probably one of the biggest fucking. That is one of the one-sided major events I've ever seen. Was Floyd and Corrales and Floyd and fucking Arturo Gatti. But with the Corrales situation, Corrales was much bigger. And it was, and when we knew that going into the fight, they showed him that he rehydrated.
Yep.
See, it's all about skill and ring IQ. And Oscar Valdez does not have the skill and ring IQ to beat someone like Shakur Stevenson. That's just it. Doesn't matter how big he is.
Doesn't matter at all. At the end of the day, he beat you. Get that man his props. Congratulate him and move on. You lost to the better fighter, man. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Good point, Andrew McGuire. He said Valdez couldn't cut the ring off, period. That's the main thing he had to do to give him a chance to win.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's exactly what he had to do. We already knew what Shakur Stevenson was going to do. We said that shit in the prediction video. We already know what Shakur's going to do. We know, hopefully, that Valdez's fucking trainer, Reynoso, fucking knows, right? So we already knew what he was going to do. Hell, hopefully Canelo was telling him. Hell, Canelo's telling him, hey, man, this is why I didn't fight Andre, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's why Canelo was looking the way he looked. The Texas said, man, Shakur gave Canelo PTSD after that shit. He said in a comment up there. I already had it up there. Don't put it up there. Don't worry about it. Right. But that's what he said. And he's right. Canelo's sitting there like, man, this is exactly why I ain't fuck with no goddamn Andre, nigga. This is why.
He for sure ain't getting the contract now. That nigga for sure ain't getting the contract now.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, man. So at the end of the day, I'm sure Canelo was telling this nigga what he was going to be about. Reynoso was telling him what he was going to be about, right? So it's not like they didn't know. They just didn't know how to do it. Nope. He couldn't even, Andrew, I'll do you one better. He couldn't even cut the ring off good against Robson Conceicao.
That's a good point.
And my prediction was based off that fight.
It sure was.
You know, off of Shakur and what I know about him. And then off of how Valdez looked against Consecal, I'm like, hell, if you can't beat Consecal, because I didn't think he won that fight, thought it was a bullshit decision. If you can't beat Consecal, who has the same base fucking style as Shakur, but Shakur is like 4 times better than him at it, he's smarter and he's a southpaw, you have no fucking chance against Shakur. In this situation, the triangle theory works. Well, let me say it's not even the triangle theory because Stevenson and Consecal never fought. Let me say it's the association property. A plus B equals C, nigga. That shit works in this situation.
You actually said this is like Robinson Consecal 4.0. Yeah. You said
this is the associative property works in this scenario, bro. As it pertains to Oscar Valdez fighting slick fighters, bro. Come on, man.
Come on, man. All right, man. So let me ask you this: Shakur wants to go for undisputed. Do you think any of the other champions, or are they going to have to sweeten the pot after that performance? You think some of these other guys going to get
only one other champion in the division? That's Kenichi Ogawa. WBA is vacant.
That's true.
So yeah, because what's your boy Tank? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he vacated.
He vacated. So the only other champion is Kenichi Ogawa. Yeah, he fucking what? The only nigga that got problems with Kenichi Ogawa is Tevin Farmer, nigga. He still got Kenichi Ogawa problems. Ain't nobody else got problems with this dude, man. Shit, Ogawa might not even fight that nigga. Ogawa got a mandatory coming up.
He got one coming up, man.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Man.
Only Tevin Farmer, only nigga with Ogawa.
I'm just saying, man, shit's real. I thought Ogawa beat the nigga. I don't give a fuck if he failed the test, nigga. He won, nigga. He wins.
I think the fucked up part is they let Farmer go. He's fighting Mickey Bay in Africa or some shit like that, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know where it's at, but that fight is whack as hell, nigga.
He fight Mickey Bay while Ogawa was on DAZN.
Right. All right. Hey, look. I'm just saying, man, that fight whack as fuck, nigga. When has Mickey Bay fought since he lost to Kambosos? I don't know if he has. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about it. Maybe
that's a good question.
He might have. Shit, I just don't know.
I know Farmer ain't fought since JoJo Diaz.
Yeah, right. He hasn't fought since Diaz. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Chris ripped the Farmer's career. But to be real with you, what career? He was on the European trail.
Now hold on now. James Tennyson, Guillermo Frenois, Dono Carroll. Those are solid names, 2K. Now hold on, buddy.
Billy Deb.
Billy Deb.
Billy Deb just got his ass whooped recently. I forgot who he fought. He just lose. He lost on Probellum recently, didn't he?
Yeah, he did actually.
Oh,
he was supposed to be on the comeback trail.
Exactly, bro. I was like, I saw we saw the lineup. We getting ready to cover the fight and shit. We see the lineup. We see Billy Deb. Wait, what? This still fighting, bro.
Stop! You're killing me. You hurt my stomach.
Oh shit!
Oh man! All right, man. Let's get to the final part of the show. Now, I must warn y'all. Remove your feelings.
Let me get my man's comment up here. Go ahead. I'm listening, bro. I just gotta get my man's comment up here.
I know which comment you're going for. I saw it.
Yep. Gotta get that motherfucker up there for this one.
Hey, but you know what? I'll give it to Andrew. He sticks around for the punishment. So
I'll give it to Andrew, man. I fuck with Andrew, dog.
He sticks around for that punishment, nigga.
Yeah. He said I'm Irish. That don't matter, nigga. I'm black, nigga. I ain't even supposed to be saying white people win shit. According to niggas out here, I'm not even supposed. If a white person wins, I'm automatically supposed to say they lost because I'm black.
Right. That's right. That's right, nigga. Deontay Wilder, greatest heavyweight of all time.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Deontay Wilder is number one.
On the pound for pound list, nigga.
Tyson Fury's not on there. Alexander Usyk's not on there. My pound for list is supposed to be all black. According to these motherfuckers out here, bro. So you being Irish ain't got shit to do with it. It don't help your statement at all, brother.
Anyway, Amanda Serrano, as you all know, Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor fought. Like we said, already fight of the motherfucking year. But here's the thing. It was a close fight. Amanda Serrano lost a close fight.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a robbery. I don't think you guys understand what a robbery is. But before I go too deep into it, listen to two brothers give you the breakdown. Now, I don't pay attention to the fucking prediction, especially mine. But listen to the two.
Yeah. Omit Bo's prediction, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It's my prediction, right? I actually got some. I got a little something I'm gonna add to it before we end the show, too, right? But check this out. We'll try. Sometimes she will stand there and try to trade with you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that with an Amanda Serrano. What'd you say?
I said I agree with that.
Yep. You don't do. She should not do that with an Amanda Serrano. That's my big. If Katie Taylor gets back to boxing the way that we saw boxing when she first came in, the way we saw boxing when she fought that chick Sharapova, get back to boxing. Sharapova, get back to boxing. That Katie Taylor can be a problem because Amanda Serrano does depend on you trapping you in the corner or you standing there trying to trade with her. She counts on that. Now she's very good at getting inside. She throws a lot of punches and she goes to the body very well. But if Katie Taylor can get on that bicycle like she did, and Katie Taylor starts throwing those jabs, starts moving around, creating angles, what she would effectively do is cause Amanda Serrano to try to follow. And Amanda Serrano does not do good if she's trying to follow to figure out where you are and try to attack. Katie Taylor can win this fight, in my opinion, if she boxes. But I'm not sure she can maintain that and do that for the entire fight, which would create opportunities for Amanda Serrano to get in on her and start flaring away with some of those combination punches she does, especially them body shots. If Amanda Serrano starts going to Katie Taylor's body, that's going to make Katie Taylor mobile, very, very, very stationary. She's going to go from being mobile to stationary. I see Amanda Serrano winning this fight, man. I see Amanda Serrano winning this fight.
What?
I'm going to say knockout.
Oh,
I got Amanda Serrano, 9th round knockout.
This nigga here. The thing about Katie Taylor is she fights down to her competition. But when you put her in there with somebody that can actually fight alongside her in terms of skill, she rises to the occasion. We've already seen that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see her developing a game plan against Amanda Serrano and not sticking to it. Also, here's the deal. Amanda Serrano does not like boxers. How do I know this? Even her fucking trainer was pissed off when she fought Yamileth Mikado. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
The trainer, which is the husband of her sister, was like, why the fuck is she running? I thought you were a Mexican warrior. You're supposed to stand there and trade. I submit, while Amanda Serrano has gotten better at her style since losing to Frida Wahlberg back in 2012? Since losing that fight, right? She's still the same fighter that doesn't like boxers. And that Yamileth Mikado fight showed us that. Bruh, I ain't no stoppage. I don't know where the fuck getting that from. No stoppage. This is a very close fight. The reason why I say it's close is because Katie Taylor will stop moving in the latter half of this fight and allow Serrano to get the better of her in a lot of those middle to later rounds, I think. I also got Amanda Serrano winning, even though my breakdown probably sounded like I was going for Katie Taylor. I got Amanda Serrano winning as well, but by majority or split decision. Now, one thing I want to say, and Bo, something wrong with your audio. I couldn't hear you while you were talking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said you almost had that motherfucker.
I had it switched around.
Yeah.
I said Katie Taylor was going to trade in the latter half of the fight and end up losing rounds in the latter half. But in actuality, she was trading in the early half of the fight. And that's what led to her getting caught and almost knocked the fuck out in the 5th round. Then she started boxing more in the latter half of the fight, and that's actually what got her, the win. You almost had it. You told me. You told me, nigga, in round 5. Didn't you say you had your finger over my name?
I got you.
That nigga get ready to call my ass, bro. Hey, nigga. Man, look. Look here, man. Katie Taylor showed heart like a motherfucker, man.
Yes, she did.
That motherfucker got true grit, true heart, bro.
She did something very smart, and I didn't realize how intelligent she was. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
She did something very smart, because remember I said that if she's getting pummeled, the ref will jump in. Well, you know what she did? She kept throwing punches.
Right.
Even when she was hurt, she kept throwing punches. She kept engaging with even hurt. She kept engaging with Amanda Serrano to make it look, hey, I'm still a live dog here. That's something a lot of fighters don't do. You like that's a fighter at fucking heart and mind.
Right.
When you do that shit, even hurt, you still throwing like, hey, I'm a live dog here, motherfucker. Right? Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Go back to when Tony Harrison, when he was on the ropes against Charlo. What happened? Nigga, you stop throwing, you're getting beat, motherfucker. You gotta throw back.
Throw punches, nigga.
Throw punches,
hold
nigga.
Or something. I was yelling at the TV, like telling Katie Taylor she needs to fucking hold.
Right.
Because you're and this is why I said, I ain't gonna get on Bo as hard as I said I was gonna do for that knockout prediction. I ain't gonna get on him too hard, you know what I'm saying? But
I got the clip on here when you said that too.
I ain't gonna get you too bad, bro. But one thing I will say is that's the reason why I said they weren't gonna jump in. It's too much of a high profile fight.
Yeah.
If any referee was going to jump in, that would have been the fucking time, bro.
Yes, it would have.
And see, I disagree with Clarissa Shields' assessment. She said this was a great. Clarissa Shields is mad because Katie Taylor won a major fight and she still ain't number 1 pound for pound on everybody's goddamn list. That nigga was hating. I'm sorry, bro. Say what you want. You know what I'm saying?
With the rose.
This motherfucker said that Amanda Serrano let Katie Taylor off the hook. How? Nigga, she hurt her, staggered her. Serrano was busting her ass. She was hitting her with everything she could. Hell, nigga, I think there was a point where Taylor got hit by like a 6-punch combination. You know what I'm saying? Before she could actually throw something back, she was taking the motherfucking shots, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This was almost like a porn star taking shots to the face. You know what I'm saying? She was taking them. I'm looking like, hold, motherfucker. Hold. She did not try to hold at any point. How the fuck is she letting her off the hook? No. The credit that needed to be given was that Katie Taylor had fucking heart. She had major heart, bro.
Major heart. I give you that.
And Serrano, as Bo said it best, blew her motherfucking load in the 5th round.
Sure did.
She blew her motherfucking load, bro. And that's what happened. You see what I'm saying? Serrano, let me tell you something. My wife said this shit. My wife's a casual, y'all. So if y'all niggas didn't get this,
And what's fucked up was I heard her talking on the phone. I was like, yeah, I agree with that.
This is what my wife said. She said what happened with Amanda Serrano was that hitting her with all she had, hitting Katie Taylor with all she had, and seeing her not go down debilitated Amanda Serrano. It debilitated her, bro. My wife said this. And I'm like, you're fucking absolutely right. And of course, I explained it in detail, right? But I said, you're right. Because what happens to fighters, what can happen to fighters, is if they've beaten the shit out of a motherfucker, right? And they still standing, typically, sometimes, mentally inept fighters. And I remember I told you guys in the prediction video that Amanda Serrano's ring IQ is not the greatest. I said this. Mentally inept fighters will be like, fuck, I'm hitting this motherfucker with everything I got. What do I got to do? They start feeling like that. They start feeling like there's nothing more that I can do. What you saw after Katie Taylor almost got knocked out in round 5 was Katie Taylor say, let me stop slugging with her. Let me let her come forward and counter her. Not only will I counter her, I will counter her and follow up with multiple punch combinations. Guys, this is exactly what I said your Dennis Ugas should have done when he fought Errol Spence. I specifically stated that your Dennis Ugas was countering Errol Spence, and then he just stood there with the high guard. What did it look like, Bo? Exactly. That's all he did. Katie Taylor was doing the same thing. However, she would follow up with 2, 3, 4 other punches. Hell, half of them probably didn't land, but they still looked good because she was showing that she was still there in the fight. And in those rounds from 6 to 12, literally, she showed that she was in control of the fight. She showed that she won the ring generalship part of the 4 criteria of judging. Meanwhile, Amanda Serrano, let me tell you why she was debilitated after round 5. Because she kept doing the same shit over and over again. On top of just coming forward, eating jabs and running into counters, this motherfucker no longer knew how to cut off the ring. Look at her in round 5 and prior to round 5. She's cutting off the ring beautifully. Round 6 to 12, she completely lost that ability. Mm-hmm. She's following her around the ring. And Katie Taylor is doing exactly what she should do. Stay on the outside, jab, counter. Hell, even on the inside, you saw Katie Taylor get the best of her in some situations. Not all, but some. You see what I'm saying? So you couple,
enough to where it was noticeable too.
Right. So you couple that with the fact that Katie Taylor was judging distance well from round 6 to 12. She's winning the ring generalship battle. She's winning the fucking accuracy battle, right? And then you got Amanda Serrano applying ineffective aggression. Katie Taylor swept those rounds, y'all. She swept 6 to 10. And it was easy to score it that way. The difference, this is a fight that is the tale of 2 halves, man.
Damn, that's the fuck, motherfucker.
It's the tale of 2 halves, bro. This is why I disagree with niggas saying that Teofimo Lopez slaughtered Vasyl Lomachenko. What the fuck are you watching?
Right. I agree.
Teofimo Lopez won the first half of that fight. Vasyl Lomachenko clearly won the second half. Right? They both dropped rounds in their respective dominant halves. Vasyl dropped the 12th round. Teo dropped the 2nd round. Depending on what you thought, he might have won that round, and that would have given Teo the edge by 1 round. You see what I'm saying? Yep. But there's no way that you can sit there and tell me you're a boxing enthusiast and say Vasyl Lomachenko did not win round 6 to 11. You can't tell me that. If you tell me you're a boxing enthusiast and gave Teofimo Lopez 1 round in between 6 to 11, get the fuck out of here. You don't know shit about boxing. That nigga swept 6 to 11. He actually almost knocked Teo out in the 11th.
Sure was.
This was the same kind of fight, bro. It could have been a draw, and that's fine. Andrew, 7-5 Teo, no problem.
No.
That's 1 round.
Yep,
right?
Because if you change it, that fight's even.
But what I'm telling you, Andrew, this is the same type of fight. I gave Katie Taylor the 2nd round. Some people gave Katie Taylor the 1st round, right? I think whoever was scoring the fucking fight gave Katie Taylor, I think, the 2nd or the 1st round. There's no question that Katie Taylor won at least 1 round out of the first 5. She did.
Yeah, she did.
She won at least 1 round out of the first 5. So that leaves the first half of the fight 4 to 1. You can't tell me that Amanda Serrano won a round between 6 to 12, bro. You can't tell me. Maybe the 12th. Maybe.
No,
maybe the 12th.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the 12th, right?
Yeah.
So if she's winning, right? 5 to 1, excuse me. Serrano's up 5 to 1, right? Then Katie Taylor wins the rest of those rounds. That's 7 to 5. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking 12-round fight. Sorry, 10-round fight. Excuse me. 4 to 1. And then, Katie Taylor wins the rest of those rounds. That's 6 to 4. Excuse me, guys. That's 6 to 4. right? That's Katie Taylor by a fucking round. And that's how I had my scorecard. This was not a robbery, bro. This was, and this is literally a fight where one fighter dominated the first half and the other fighter dominated the second half. This could have been a Amanda Serrano win by 1 round. This could have been a draw or a Katie Taylor win by 1 round. It could have went either fucking way, depending on how you saw that second half of that fight. The second half of the fight is the true determinator, right? The determinant of who won this fight. The second half, not the first half. It's the second half.
Second half.
That is the true determinant. You see what I'm saying? So the scorecard that they have for Katie Taylor, 97-93, I didn't like that. I didn't like that scorecard. 96-94 for Serrano, had no problem with that. 97-93, I did not like that. This was literally 1 round for either fighter or a fucking draw. And that was, for me, that was the same for Lopez and Loma. 1 round for either fighter or a draw.
Agree.
It's literally the same kind of fight, bro. And then what Katie Taylor did is exactly what I said your Dennis Ugas needed to do to beat Errol Spence, bro. She did that. The aggressor who was going to her body, who was going to her head, who had her hurt in a fucking round, right? She stepped back, countered, and followed with combinations and got the fuck out of the way. While Amanda Serrano kept doing the same thing over and over again, running into counter shots. There's no way this could have been a fucking robbery. There's no way. The problem is, and I remember there's a comment on Facebook. I put my scorecard up there. Dude was like, oh man, this was a robbery. Katie Taylor got beat the fuck up. How is it that she wins this fight? I said, bro, Katie Taylor got beat the fuck up in individual rounds, bro. Boxing matches are scored on a round-by-round basis. With them being scored on a round-by-round basis, you can't give Serrano the fucking entire fight just because she had Katie Taylor hurt in the 5th. You can't give her the fight just because she won the 4th, the 3rd, and the 1st round. You see what I'm saying? She has to win all the rounds after that, or at least the majority of the rounds after that, bro. This nigga comes back, bro, I understand that, but you know what I'm saying?
If you understand, why is there a but? What
exactly. Why is there a but? Right. Understand, but this is what he said. Understand that, bro, but you know, that 5th round should have been a 10-8. How? Just because somebody gets beat up, right, that doesn't mean it's a 10-8. Katie Taylor was still throwing punches and still hitting Serrano in that round. She just got hurt and she had to survive. That's not a 10-8. A 10-8 is when a nigga just getting beat the fuck up and not returning anything. A 10-8 without a knockdown, let me clarify. A 10-8 round without a knockdown is when a nigga gets beat literally the fuck up and has no return. And it was to the point where it's like, damn, nigga, the corner should stop the fight. Somebody needs to stop this shit. That's not how it works. That's not true, Andrew Maguire. Because remember, Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather, they scored that 2nd round a 10-8. That was the worst 10-8 round I've ever seen in boxing history, right? Niggas was just so fucking surprised that Mosley hit this nigga with 2 shots and hurt him twice in that round that they said, oh, 10-8, 10-8, 10-8. See, you can score a 10-8 round without a knockdown, but the person has to be taking a major beating and not dealing any damage. Katie Taylor was dealing damage in that round. She just got hit and had to survive later on in the round. That's not a 10-8, it's a fucking 10-9. So with that being a 10-9, there is no extra edge for Amanda Serrano, dog. There's no fight. The problem is, bro, is that niggas don't know the difference between a close fight and a fucking robbery. On top of that, they let instances, moments inside of a fight dictate who the winner should be. You got niggas out here looking at facial damage saying that fighter A should have won because fighter B's face is fucked up. Regardless of the fact that fighter B did more and won more rounds, that doesn't matter to them. But look at his face. When I was talking to niggas about Carlos Cuadras and Roman Gonzalez, and I said I had Cuadras winning that fight, the most pushback I had, for my opinion, was that, well, look at Khawaja. I'm sorry. Let me take that back. When people were saying that Khawaja's beat Roman Gonzalez,
right.
The most pushback on that was, well, look at Roman Gonzalez's face. I said, what are you talking about? Now, I had Khawaja's winning, but I was still on the fucking side saying that, hey, just because Roman Gonzalez's face is fucked up doesn't mean that he lost the fight. That doesn't mean that.
No.
This was a close fight. See what I'm saying? Right, Chris Boogie, Winky Wright wouldn't have won one fight if that was the case. Exactly. Because Winky Wright used to swell up early in fights.
Sure did.
And most of the time it was his own glove hitting his own face. So if that was the case, right, Winky Wright should have lost all his goddamn fights because he used to swell up early in fights and always looked worse than his opponent, even when he won the fight. See what I'm saying? So that shit doesn't matter, but that's what people do. Oh, man, look what happened in round 5. Amanda Serrano wins. Look at round 5. She wins. Nope. I don't care what happened between 6 and 10. Serrano wins. Right? Oh, man, look at that right hand. Oh, my God. Serrano wins. Oh, that's it. Why do you even watch the whole fight if that's what you're going to fucking conclude?
Yeah.
There's 10 rounds, people. Serrano has to win the majority of 10 fucking rounds to get the win. She did not. Damn, bro.
Here's the thing. So I want y'all to understand. A robbery, per definition, is when something is taken from you by force that you have earned.
Yep.
That's a robbery.
Yep.
All right. White folks taking the land from the Indians. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Y'all gonna get that. But no. Pernell Whitaker and Julio Cesar Chavez. That's
a robbery. That's a robbery.
Okay. Fucking what's my man? Erzlani Lara and Paul Williams. That's
a robbery.
It's a robbery.
Exactly.
Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Stern.
No, Felix Stern and Oscar De La Hoya and Pernell Whitaker. But just put him
and
back
Oscar,
in there too.
Yep. Those are robberies.
Yep.
Those are robberies, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Because one guy clearly won that motherfucking fight.
It was clear as day. Yep.
It's one of those fights where you're not even watching it because you're doing something else. You hear the judge, you're like, wait a minute, hold on. They've been calling that nigga's name all night. How did this motherfucker win?
Yep. Hell, shit, you could talk about both Evander Holyfield and Roy Jones Jr.'s Olympics.
Oh my God. Roy Jones is especially. Oh, yeah.
Roy Jones is the worst robbery in boxing history, amateur and pro. That's worse than fucking Chavez Whitaker, bro.
Those are robberies. A close fight where the difference between a winner and a loser is a round or two. That's not a robbery.
Right.
And what I hate is this. People say that, and you take away from the greatness that we just saw in that motherfucking fight.
Bro. Damn, man.
That's what I hate.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, let me throw one more in. The draw between Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Wilder was not robbed. Tyson was robbed for goddamn sure. Not Wilder.
Not Wilder. It's not even a close fight when you even add the two knockdowns, bro.
No.
Now people are gonna say Wilder got robbed because of the people thinking it was a 13 or 15 count, and there's plenty of dumbass videos out there to try to prove that stupid ass point because these niggas don't know anything about a ringside counter. But anyway,
nigga, I'm still waiting on the autopsy report.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the autopsy report. Exactly, bro. Where the fuck is that at, nigga? But yeah, I think I had that fight like, man, I don't even remember, 9-3 or some shit. 10-2.
Right. Those are robberies. First of all, understand something. Don't give me punch stats. Don't give me who threw more punches. Don't give me landing percentage. Don't give me none of that shit that's counted by another motherfucking human being that can make the same goddamn mistakes I can make if I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at either. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Give me what you saw for yourself. Amanda Serrano was coming forward. It's called effective aggression. Answer this from 6 through 10. Was Amanda Serrano being effective with her aggression? Because I saw Amanda Serrano throwing hooks to the body, missing wildly. I actually saw Amanda Serrano throw a motherfucking uppercut, just like Buster Douglas did from way down here and missed horribly and got countered, just like Buster Douglas did when he did his shit against Evander Holyfield. Mm-hmm. I saw her do that. I saw an Amanda Serrano that was looking to land one more big punch and got frustrated. Shout out to my man Prodigy, because what did he say? They frustrate her and got frustrated when she couldn't get Katie Taylor like she did in the 5th round. Because after that 5th round, she blew it. She needed time to get back, so she was looking to land one big shot. In the meantime, Katie Taylor realized, okay, I've been here before. Just like my man said, that's right. I did this with fucking Pursoon. All right, I'm gonna act like this is Christine Linden Dartile. We're gonna move around.
Exactly.
That's what she did. And then not only did she move around, she moved around. She realized Amanda Serrano's coming forward with her hands down. Pop, 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 move. Pop, 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 move. Right. Call it what you want to call it. That punch is a landing. Amanda Serrano did not know how to cut off the ring. Right? I heard somebody say that ring was awfully big. Okay,
what the fuck does it matter? Nigga, they agreed on all that prior to the fight. They didn't just walk into the goddamn arena, nigga, didn't know the ring size, dumbass. Stupid motherfuckers, man.
They knew them back in the dressing room.
Niggas, as soon as they walk out, oh shit, this ring is it's way bigger than what I thought. That's fucking stupid, bro. God damn, man.
For real, dog.
Fuck, man. Boxing fans are so fucking stupid, bro. Ahead, man.
At the end of the day, man, stop taking away from the sport, stop taking away from the greatness, stop taking away from the legacy by calling a close fight a fucking robbery. If your fighter didn't win, it is what it the fuck is. Hell, we picked Serrano. You see us tripping?
Nope.
Nigga, I picked my knockout. Nigga, you see, I'm out under the desk. Don't talk to me. No.
Yeah, right. If I was vain, nigga, I'd be trying to make excuses for why my prediction and breakdown was the complete opposite of what actually happened.
Nigga, I'd edit that out the clip.
Yeah.
You know?
I had the right mindset, but it just happened in reverse.
Yeah.
If I was vain, I'd be making excuses for that shit right now, bro.
But you was close on Amanda's winning by split decision. You was
That's
very
what I'm
close.
saying. Both of the breakdown and the prediction was in reverse.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
Damn, you was close on that. When I said, oh shit. Right? But here's the thing. Now, I saw somebody say something about 3-minute rounds, and I heard somebody say, a lot of people like Michaela Meyer saying, if it was 3-minute rounds, imagine what would have happened. Yeah, let me tell you what would happen. Exactly what we saw, because Amanda Serrano got a chance to sit for 1 fucking minute and came out in the 6th round and couldn't do shit.
Still couldn't do shit. And this is another thing. It was my man McGuire. He asked, "Can we agree? That women should fight 3-minute rounds?" I agree with that 100%. They should.
They should.
At the same time, and let me add to that. This isn't what McGuire was saying, but I want to add to this because people were saying if it was 3-minute rounds, Katie Taylor would have got knocked out. We don't know that. That's speculation. We don't know that. What we do know is that Katie Taylor was hit with a barrage of shots and didn't even take a knee. You know what I'm saying? So if anything, if you want to speculate on something, you would speculate that she still would have survived that round because of her fucking heart, nigga. Mm-hmm. That's what you fucking speculate on. You see what I'm saying? But you don't say just disregard the fact that she had the heart that she had to still eat all them goddamn shots and not even take a knee and say, well, she would have got knocked out if there was a minute there. Well, get the fuck out of here, man.
We don't know that.
We don't know what would have happened.
No.
I'm on the side. I err on the side of her actually surviving the goddamn round even in 3 minutes.
Well, I don't err on the side. I'll say she would have. And the reason why was Amanda Serrano got a 1 minute fucking rest and came out in the 6th round done.
Yep.
That's why I'm saying that extra minute wouldn't have mattered. Because if Amanda Serrano would have came out in the 6th round and jumped on Katie Taylor, maybe you have a point. She had a 1 minute rest, came out and was fucking done. That tells me that extra minute wouldn't have meant shit.
She had a 1 minute rest, came out, and was even more bewildered because Katie Taylor was being first in the 6th round.
Exactly.
even more bewildered. Like, wait a minute, I just beat the fuck out this bitch, and she's coming out in this round dabbing and moving? What the fuck? This was, man, my wife hit it as a casual. My wife is a 100% casual, nigga. 100%. She hit the nail on the fucking head. Amanda Serrano got bewildered and debilitated after she realized she hit her with everything she could in that fifth and could not stop her. And even more fucking bewildered when Katie Taylor showed that she wasn't done starting in the 6th round. That fucked up her entire disposition in that fight, bro. And that's why she lost the champion. She lost the middle and the championship round. That's exactly why.
That's it.
Bo hit the nail on the head too. He said she was looking for one big punch. Exactly what she was doing, because she had already hurt her once. To the point where she almost knocked her out. She was actually looking for that and taking several shots just to do so. She fought the wrong fight. She should have composed herself, right? Kept herself focused, still went in there with some sort of regard for Katie Taylor's hand speed and her counterpunching ability, and stayed patient. She would have won this fight, bro.
Yep.
Let me tell you what she did. And here comes, hey, Bo, here come the niggas that wait for the clips. They're going to say it. 2K hates women. He's a misogynist. He hates women. Did you see that statement? Amanda Serrano rode in there in the 6th round like how a woman thinks. All emotion. 100% emotion.
Yes, she did.
Most women think with emotion first, logic second. Not all, but most. Right? That's what Amanda Serrano did from round 6 to 10. It was all emotion at that point. And that's why you saw her doing the same shit, not making any adjustments, and then losing her ability to cut the ring off. It's all emotion.
Yeah, it was.
That's why she lost the fight.
It was. That's a very good point, because you can't tell me you can do something in the first half, but you can't do it again in the second half.
Yep.
See what I'm saying? Yep. That's a very good freaking point. But let me propose this to you. People are screaming rematch. They're talking about maybe doing this in the UK. Katie Taylor's on board with it. Do you think they should do a rematch, or do you think Katie Taylor should improve on her legacy by trying to go for undisputed at 140 and then fight Jessica McCaskill at 147?
Oh yeah, this is an easy one, dog. This is an easy one. See,
you got your hand raised.
yeah, nigga, I'm sitting in front row. Mr. Bo, right here, Mr. Bo. Hell yeah, dog. It's an easy one, bro. Listen, the fan in me says rematch. Run that motherfucker back. I don't give a fuck if it's in Dublin, right? Dublin, Ireland. Don't give a fuck if it's there. I don't give a fuck if it's in Madison Square Garden. I don't give a shit. Run it back. That is the right. Yankee Stadium. I don't give a shit. Andrew Maguire. It could be anywhere. Run that shit back. That's the fan of boxing, and me is saying that, right? However, the business side, or me being able to understand business logic when it comes to boxing, says, and let me tell you this: if I was Katie Taylor's advisor, I would say, no, fuck a rematch. Nope, no rematch. Nope. I win. I would tell her, I win, because she is wide open to become undisputed in 3 fucking divisions, bro. Those are her next 2 moves, man. Her next 2 moves. Hell, you can even add another move in there. She could fight Michaela Meyer coming up, right? You can add that move in there too. But the 2 biggest moves, and let me tell you, a Michaela Meyer win is another nice name on her resume. Just a resume full of nice names. Add that to it as well. Right?
Undefeated in her prime, unified champion.
Exactly. And we're not even talking, but we're not even going to talk about that. Chantel Cameron has told my man Bo in several interviews that she wants Katie Taylor. Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor have amateur boxing history, right? Katie Taylor used to tap that ass in amateurs. No homo. You know what I'm saying? So Chantel Cameron.
That ain't no homo, motherfucking Cameron fought her boyfriend.
Right. Right. Chantel Cameron is on the cusp of being an undisputed champion. Now, Bo just broke the news that she's not fighting Callie Reese for undisputed next, but she will be. That fight will get back on the docket. Nah, Andrew, Michaela Myers saying, fuck Baumgardner, I'll fight Katie Taylor next. That's what Michaela Myers saying. She's saying she'll bypass Baumgardner to fight Katie Taylor if she gets that bone. So she ain't even got to beat Baumgardner. But anyway, Chantel Cameron, she beats whoever she's beating or fighting next. That fight with Callie Reese is going to get put back on the schedule.
Oh, hell yeah.
Katie Taylor can easily move up to 140 pounds because she's already done it before to beat Christine Leonard-Dartel, right?
Sure did.
And challenge Chantel Cameron for undisputed. Or if Callie Reese beats Chantel Cameron, challenge Callie Reese for undisputed, right? I don't think Callie Reese wins that fight. Chantel Cameron is going to win that fight going away, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Much more technical than Callie Reese. And Callie Reese is an old dog, can't teach her new tricks. She's been around for a minute, bro.
That's why she almost lost to Kamara.
Yeah, she almost lost to Jessica Kamara. Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
So she's going to lose to Cameron, right? So while she waits, this is what she should do. While Katie Taylor waits on Chantel Cameron to become undisputed, hey, jump to 147 and fight Jessica McCaskill again. She beats her again, bro. She beats her again. Because Jessica McCaskill, same fighter. She's a little bit better. She's not like Franchon Dezurn Crews, who's exactly the same fighter she was in her debut. Now she undisputed. No, she's a little bit better. But as it pertains to Katie Taylor and her style, she can't beat Katie Taylor. So as it pertains to Katie Taylor, she's going to be the same chick that she already beat. And Jessica McCaskill's already stated she wants that fight as well. Hell, Jessica McCaskill was mad than a motherfucker watching that fight. She hates Katie Taylor.
Wasn't she?
She hates Katie Taylor, dog.
That ass motherfucker was hating.
Yeah. You said fine ass. Get fine ass. When you said that, the reason why I had to delay is because you delayed. All I heard was def. I heard the F. I put 2 and 2 together and said, this nigga said fine. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. When she waxed that mustache, then we could talk. But look, at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, she was hating on Katie Taylor, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
y'all got some bad. Look at this nigga Andrew, dog. Y'all's taste is fucking terrible, nigga. I wouldn't touch Jessica McCaskill, and she's half Negro, bro. And I'm not talking about her race. I'm talking about how she acts. That's a nigga. Don't look at our interview when we interviewed her. That's a nigga, bro. Y'all niggas will stick your dick in any goddamn thing, nigga. God damn, have some.
I'm 50. Andrew, what's your excuse? Nigga, I'm 50.
Have some standards, nigga. All right, Andrew don't look 50. Have some standards, niggas. Damn. Anyway. Anyway, man, look. McCaskill is hating like a motherfucker. She hates Katie Taylor. She's told us she don't like Katie Taylor very, very much. She's told us that she would fight Katie Taylor in a rematch. Let's get that done. While she waits for Chantel Cameron to become undisputed, go up to 147, beat Katie Taylor. Now you're undisputed in 2 divisions. Then
beat Jessica McCaskill.
I'm sorry. McCaskill. Then drop back down, beat Chantel Cameron because she'll jump for that fight. She's gonna jump for it, bro.
Hell yeah.
Because she's been wanting that shit for a long time. She was calling out Katie Taylor before she was a fucking interim champion. And she even made it clear to us. She was like, I know they're not going to go back and fight me, but that's the fight that I want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's made that shit clear. So she would jump at that opportunity if Katie Taylor went down from 147 to 140 and fought her for undisputed. Those are 2 easily makeable fights, right? That we don't have to marinate. We just got to wait for Chantel to get the belts, right? That Katie Taylor could that she can make, that she could win, and she becomes a 3-division undisputed champion within the next 2 years, y'all. Within the next 2 years. What is the thing that Clarissa Shields stands hold above Katie Taylor's head when we talk about number one pound for pound for women's boxing?
Yeah, she's undisputed in 2 divisions.
Exactly. Katie Taylor can get that shit with ease with a way better resume.
Yes,
fighting real fighters.
Yes, you can.
Fighting real fighters.
Yes,
Let me emphasize on that. Not niggas who are D-level fighters for fucking vacant titles and motherfuckers that ain't fought outside of Canada with like 12, 15 wins and Zippo knockouts, nigga. Not them. She's fighting real fighters to become a 3-division undisputed champion. Oh my goodness, bro. I hope they're fucking telling her this. Because this is easy. Nigga, this is easy. If I see it, who's not even in business, right? I hope to God these niggas are advising her and telling her, this is what we do. I don't give a fuck. Katie Taylor's like, I don't want to do that. Shut the fuck up, Katie. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to fire me, nigga, because this is what the fuck we doing. She gonna be, did you negotiate that fight with Paz Vega or somebody, nigga? Nope, I did not. I'm negotiating right now with Jessica McCaskill. You know what I'm saying? I'm negotiating with I don't want to fight. Shut up, Katie. Sit down. You're fighting Jessica next. You're going to thank me later. Treat her like you're a parent and shit. You're going to thank me later. You're too young to make these decisions, nigga.
Well, why I got it? Because I said so.
Because I said so, right. I'll clean up your goddamn room and wait for me to announce this fucking fight. Real shit, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Real shit, nigga. I'm just saying, dog. Like, they gotta tell her that shit, dog. Now she. In the meantime, you get Michaela Meyer. Hey, I'm all for that. But the real target should be 3-division undisputed champion, because those fights are easy to fucking make, dog.
Here's why what you said makes sense. You guys ever play dominoes? What do we always say sometime in dominoes? Right? We always say, hey, man, sometime easy points ain't good points.
That's why we don't allow niggas to get 5. Hey, you come to my house and play dominoes, nigga, and you slam a domino on the table talking about 5. I'ma knock that shit off the table. Nigga, you don't get 5, nigga. We start, it's 10s and up.
He's not lying, ladies and gentlemen. I have played dominoes with this man a few times. It is counts of 10, motherfucker. We don't do 5.
Yep. 10 and up. 10, 15, 20, 25, and etc. You put a domino on that motherfucker and say 5. I'm knocking that bitch off the table, nigga.
Not right. But we say all points ain't good points. Here's why this makes sense. Quick money ain't always good money. You got to look at the long money. If Katie Taylor fights Jessica McCaskill right now, after that performance against Serrano, with a McCaskill that was there at the zone, y'all know how much money that brings for her back in the UK? Mm-hmm. Then she goes down and she fights Chantel Cameron. She becomes a 3-division undisputed. That will sell her legacy for the rest. Katie Taylor will get $1 million just to show up, just to show up on the show. Just say, "Hi, I'm Katie Taylor. Buy this product."
Probably doing that already over there in Ireland. Especially after this Amanda Serrano win.
No shit.
Hey, look here. I'm gonna let you go. I just gotta say something real quick.
Go ahead.
She could fight Jessica McCaskill in the Wintrust Arena in Chicago, nigga, because she's that much better than Jessica. Mm-hmm. She ain't got to fight. She ain't got to drag Jessica over to the UK. Fuck that. Fight her in Chicago, nigga, and her hometown, bruh, literally, and whoop her ass just like you did fucking Amanda Serrano.
And nigga, and we go into that fight.
Give her all the money she wants and fight her in fucking Wintrust Arena in Chicago. That's easy work for Katie, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that fight because at the end of the day, your legacy is what you're looking at. I'm not saying that from a fan perspective, I agree. I want to see the rematch because it was such a good fight. But if I'm her team, I'm like, no. I'm, well, in the ring, I said, I don't give a fuck what you said in the ring. I ain't say it. Did I say that shit? Did you say that shit? Okay, I ain't say that shit in the ring.
Yep.
So no.
I would lose my job as an advisor telling her what to do.
Exactly. I'm saying this is what we're gonna do. Because you become a 3-division undisputed champion, that goes down in history.
Yeah, man.
That goes down in legacy.
Yep.
You will be known and paid for the rest of your fucking life. Hell, you're making the Hall of Fame as soon as you retire.
Yep. They ain't even waiting, nigga. Isn't it like a 5-year wait or some shit? Or 3 years?
She waiting 6 months. She waiting 6 months.
Right. They're gonna keep calling her. You're not returning, right? We just want to make sure.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna call her once a month for 6 months. You're not retiring, right? All right.
You good?
Pull the trigger.
Right. Hell yeah. Okay. On top of that, the amount of money you can make fighting these other fighters is equal to or more than fighting Amanda Serrano in a fucking rematch.
Yep.
Right. So the move is build that legacy, become a 3-division undisputed fucking champion. Right. Because even if Clarissa Shields tries to do that, it still won't be better than yours because the level of fighters you fucking fought.
It's way better than her. Her resume is I mean, we ain't even gonna talk. That's not even a conversation. If a nigga came to me and said, "Hey man, who the resume do you think better?" Because I automatically think the nigga gonna talk like that. Who resume you think is better, Clarissa Shields or Katie Taylor?
Did you say Clarissa Shields? Clarissa Shields. That's funny.
Because you got to be a dumb nigga to think that that's even a fucking viable question, nigga.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even. I just probably block the nigga in person. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking draw a goddamn a red circle with a line across it right on the nigga face. Block, nigga.
Yeah.
Just saying, bro.
No, I agree. So I get it. Like everybody's always hyped after a fight. Oh, let's do it. Women's fight. You have actually, and here's something else I want to make clear. They're saying, hey, women fights can sell. Well, you have a chance to build more on that by fighting Jessica McCaskill.
Yep.
And Chantel Cameron. Yep. You actually have a chance of lifting the women's boxing division up on your shoulders. You actually can do that right now. Yep. I don't fuck with Clarissa Shields. No, I don't want to hear that. No, she's not doing it.
There's no way that you can say Clarissa Shields is better than Katie Taylor if Katie Taylor gets undisputed in 3 divisions.
No.
It's there's no way. It doesn't matter how fat the ass is, because that's what most of these niggas is really liking about her. Man, she fine, she black, she got fat ass. Nigga, that got nothing to do with her being better than Katie Taylor. That's all it really is.
You know what? I'm gonna do one better. If Katie Taylor does become a 3-division undisputed champion, my next article I will be saying Katie Taylor is the GOAT.
Oh shit!
How can you argue?
Boys gonna be mad in a motherfucking end, bro.
How can you argue?
They're gonna be mad. You can't argue. And
how I'm saying, call Clarissa the GOAT when this motherfucker with a better resume is a 3-division undisputed champion fighting better motherfucking fighters?
I don't think she's the GOAT today. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay.
Ann Wolfe is better.
Damn, I wouldn't know that for no reason.
Ann Wolfe is better than fucking Clarissa Shields, in my opinion. Hell, Katie Taylor's better than her in this era right now. Yes, Clarissa Shields is an exciting fighter. She does things in the ring that people can't fucking do, that a lot of other women can't do. She's an anomaly because she does a whole bunch of fucking sparring with men. I understand all that, bro. But at the end of the day, what Katie Taylor, it's not about just skill, man. It's not about that. Also, you can't really say that Clarissa Shields' skill is like levels above Katie Taylor. No, it's not. Yeah. Do I believe Clarissa Shields is more skilled than Katie Taylor overall? Yes, I do. Mm-hmm. But not levels, nigga. No. Like
the only thing she got over her to me is athleticism.
That's it. She's not levels better than Katie Taylor. No. But the things that Katie Taylor is doing, the people she's fighting, this bitch got like 13. She's got like 13 title defenses of one belt, 11 of another, 6 of another one, and like 8 or 9 of another. This is ridiculous.
That's about 2K. This is ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
And it's not like she's fighting bum bitches or bumettes.
No, she's not.
As my man Julio said. She ain't fighting bumettes. Remember, she fought Jessica McCaskill back early in her career. Niggas didn't really even know who Jessica McCaskill was. Look where Jessica is now.
Yep. From that fight, actually.
Yeah.
Look at what she learned from that fight.
From that fight, exactly. Katie Taylor whooped her ass and taught her how to become an undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? And against real fighters. Because niggas gonna come back and say, well, Clarissa did that for Franchon Dezurn. No. In a stacked division against real fighters.
Exactly.
McCaskill learned how to be an undisputed champion because she lost to Katie Taylor. So she's not the GOAT right now, bro. I have Ann Wolfe and Katie Taylor above her. I don't have Layla Ali because Layla Ali ducked Ann Wolfe. But I got them two above her. You know what I'm saying?
Right? You gotta hold that against her, man.
Almost kind of got Amanda Serrano above her. I gotta look at some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Right now on this podcast, right off the top of my dome, I have Clarissa above Amanda Serrano.
Yeah.
But
she for way too many vacant titles.
I might go back and be like, you know what? Amanda's over her. I might. I don't know. I had to go back and look at some shit. You know? But at the end of the day, bro, this is the logical route. And I hope to God Eddie Hearn and her fucking advisors tell her that she needs to take this route. Listen, the only reason why I'm saying that is because it is the perfect ending for her. She don't retiring now. No, fuck that.
Agreed.
Fuck retiring now. And I think it was Chris Fanix or somebody said, man, she's taking some punishment in this fight, you know. Oh no, it was Tony Bellew that said this.
Yeah, it was Tony Bellew.
She's taking some punishment in this fight, and you know, maybe she should kind of, you know, walk away, you know, because we don't want to see her come in and lose to somebody just because of the punishment she's taking. Shut the fuck up, nigga. She ain't you, sorry motherfucker. You sorry as hell, Tony Bellew. That nigga was sorry as hell. Got lucky with a goddamn David Haye knockout win. Nigga, David Haye was beating this nigga with a torn Achilles. Remember that shit?
I remember that shit.
He was whooping his ass with one motherfucking leg, bro.
I remember that shit.
Got lucky with a David Haye win in a rematch, nigga. That's what happened with you. So yeah, you would retire because you're Tony Bellew. Katie Taylor's better than you.
Honestly speaking, and this goes to your point. Fuck him just retiring. When that motherfucker became the cruiserweight champion, he immediately dipped the fuck out that division to fight David Haye. So you're right about that. He won.
Tony Bellew got beat up by fucking Adonis Stevenson. Man, get this nigga out of here. Got his ass pummeled by Adonis Stevenson. A nigga with one hand. He got one hand, bro. That's why I say, man, the guys that Adonis Stevenson fought were trash, bro. All of them, except Chad Dawson. The only reason why Chad Dawson got knocked out is because this nigga was already on the slide after losing the fucking Andre Ward. And he had to move back up and weight. You know what I'm saying? He chose a power puncher as a tune-up. That was stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Adonis Stevenson, everybody, Thomas Williams Jr. I mean, get these niggas out of here, bro. All these niggas he fought were whack. That's why I know Sergey Kovalev would have beat this nigga's ass, bro.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Andre Ward would have beat his ass if he didn't get his fucking knee injured.
Oh, I wanted that to happen too. Because Bellew was smart enough to take that one hand away from you, nigga.
Look, Tony Bellew in his prime and got beat the fuck up by a one-handed man. Get this nigga out of here, man. Yeah, you would retire. Katie Taylor's way better than you, nigga.
All right, man. So before we end the show, I told y'all I had one more thing for y'all, right? Now, here at Three Kings Boxing, we don't hide. We do things, we say things. It is what it is, right? If something is said, we don't shiver, get scared, and bitch up. Nope. We got to take shit on the chin, right?
Amanda Serrano had in New York was against Heather Hardy. Mm-hmm. And she was beating, her face was deformed just like Miriam Gutierrez's face was deformed. She beat the fuck out of Heather Hardy and a ref did not jump in. So why would they jump in for Katie Taylor, who has much more of a following than fucking Heather Hardy and is the champ? I don't see that happening, bro. Logically.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I got a feeling, and I'm gonna go with that gut feeling. I just got that gut feeling that I could see them doing that shit, man.
Well, look, I hope you're right, because if you're not right, I'm going to admonish the fuck out of you For being a boxing enthusiast and going with gut feelings. You know damn well we don't do that.
I know.
So if you're wrong, be prepared. I'm about to fuck you up, nigga, verbally, verbally on this show if you don't get that knockout, bro. I ain't gonna do that to him, man, because listen, if Katie Taylor had never been hurt in that 5th round, it would. Matter of fact, I would have did a whole new video without Bo. I would have did a whole separate video. Niggas would be like, "Where Bo at?" Nigga, I don't give a fuck about Bo right now, nigga. We about to get this nigga. This shit would have been like one of them classic beef videos, nigga. Fuck that nigga Bo. That'd have been the title. Oh shit.
But look, we still hold on. I want people to understand, man. This is what we really fucking do though over here. Because like I said, I cut the clip out where you said you cut this clip out and play this back if it happened. Because I was sitting here in the 5th round at the laptop like, nigga, I was ready to edit that clip, nigga. Like,
Hell yeah, man. Hey, Bo will no longer go off of a hunch.
Oh, nigga, shit.
Or in his predictions.
Nigga, I ain't never going off a hunch ever. Period. Fuck it. I'm done, nigga. It's over. Listen, God threw me a bone with that 5th round. I know when to quit, nigga.
Hell yeah, dog. He said, "You almost had it. Almost had it. You got to be quicker than that." Nigga. That's fucked up, man. I go do him like that, bro. It is. Don't be going by that goddamn gut feeling, nigga. Don't be doing that shit no more.
You was on the show like, wait a minute, how? Like, nigga, need to explain. Even when we got off the show, he was on the phone like, nigga, you called me on the phone. Nigga, I really need you to explain how. Nigga called me on the phone after the show.
Yeah.
So the phone ring. I said, now if I don't answer this motherfucker, I really ain't gonna hear the end of this shit.
But he's right. But you're right, man. That's what we do, dog. We analyze the sport. We analyze the sport so much that we're not willing to accept a nigga saying, "Well, I just got a gut feeling." We're not willing to accept that shit, man. We want to know. We want to know. You know what I'm saying? Why you think this will go this way? If you thought Amanda Serrano Taylor was a robbery, I want to know why. I ain't talking about no motherfucking, well, you know, she whooped her ass in the 5th round. No, none of that, bro. I want to know why you think that fight was a fucking robbery, bro. And detailed and a detailed explanation, nigga. I want a dissertation, nigga. I want a motherfucking essay on my Facebook page as to why Amanda Serrano got fucked up. Y'all niggas better have an intro, a 2-paragraph body, and a motherfucking conclusion, nigga, at the end of that. In conclusion, Mr. 2K, that's what I want, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
This is my thesis.
Exactly, bro. We ran over on time to give you the reason why this shit wasn't a robbery. We ran over, 35, 45 minutes on time?
We sure did.
I want an essay telling me why you think fucking Serrano Taylor was a robbery. Not knowing what she whooped her ass in the 5th. None of that. I want from round 1 to 12 an essay. 1 to 10 an essay, nigga, as to why Serrano got fucking robbed.
and honestly speaking, there better be a paragraph in there as to why we need 3-minute rounds too, nigga. I want that too, nigga.
A well doc, exactly, GM Sean, with fucking bullet points. Exactly. A fucking detailed analysis, nigga. And I'm grading this shit. This ain't no motherfucker. This ain't for free, nigga. I'm giving you niggas a grade.
Hey, yo, and this nigga edit articles, so spelling will be a demerit.
Exactly, nigga. Broken grammar and shit, F.
No, semicolon does not go there. No.
Exactly, bro. Exactly, bro.
All right, man.
Gotta tell you, dog.
All right, man. Go to 3kingsboxing.com for the latest greatest what's going on in the sport of boxing, man. Listen, man, if y'all want breakdown, laughs, perfect anal breakdowns of why a fight is, why a fight isn't something, man, y'all should definitely be right here. All right, as y'all see,
This nigga said, I gotta hold on, nigga. This nigga said perfect anal breakdowns. Nah, nigga, I'm not giving nobody no anal breakdown, nigga. This nigga said half the word analytical. He said half that word. This nigga said perfect anal breakdown. No, sir. We don't do that over here on this show.
Y'all motherfuckers is wild, man. All right, Prodigy, man, take us out.
Nigga, let me use the big words, motherfucker. If you want perfect analytical breakdowns, God damn, man, I don't know what to do with this nigga, man. This nigga hilarious, man. Go to 3kingsboxing.com for your source of pure and adulterated boxing information. Hit us up on Instagram at 3kingsboxing, Twitter at 3kingsboxing, Facebook.com/3kingsboxing, man. If you like what you see, you like what you hear, you like the laughs, you like the perfect analytical breakdowns, you know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that motherfucking notification, dog. Let you know when we go live. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody that came through. We're going to let my man Tank take us out. Just like Tank, we stepping out this bitch.